Alright, hello, all of you wonderful people. It is your boy Rylionn, and joining me today, he's been gone for a while, but he is back. We got Noble. Look at that. Oh, I missed you, man. How have you been, my friend?
I've been very good. You know, it's been a break. I haven't been on for a while at least, so it's definitely good to be back.
Yes,
Definitely
it is.
excited for the game tonight too. So.
Oh, you and I both. It is going to be an amazing game tonight. Tonight's game is going to be the week 4 of our Dreamshatter series, the higher ELO league. We have Pillars versus DePaul University, and these two teams currently are in the top 3 spots, so they're both pretty secure for the playoffs as of right now. But hey, we still have a couple of weeks left, Noble, so anything can change. But Pillars sitting very comfortably right now in first place. Right behind them, though, is Glacial Carnage with 6 points. DePaul University, third place with 3 points. CB Starlight with 1 point. And then the Play Void Bunnies currently in last place with 0 points. But like I said, we still have a couple more weeks left. Anything can still happen right now to secure these top 3 spots in each of the divisions. This is Division 1. We still have a whole nother division that gets played on Sundays as well. So still lots of things can happen. And, you know, speaking of both the teams here, we're going to go ahead and break it down for each of you. We have DePaul University starting on blue side tonight. Pillars will be on red side. And for DePaul University, we have Dumb Thick 123 in the top lane. NA Bolt in the jungle. Alpha Katie as the mid laner. Boozy as the ADC. And Mayo T as the support. Once again, it's for DePaul University on blue side for game 1. And we have Christus in top lane for Pillars. Kaz in the jungle role. We have Illuminous in the mid role, Hurricane in ADC, and New North as the support, and that is going to be the lineup for Pillars tonight. And I know you haven't been around very often, you know, it's been a little bit. I don't know if you've been able to catch any of the games or if you're familiar with any of these players, but, you know, like I said, Pillars have definitely done a great job. They're obviously in first place. They've been doing the work for Division 1 here for the DSS, and it's been an exciting time watching them. I definitely like their play style. If I'm not mistaken, last week they had like a 24-minute game and like a 28-minute game.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they've been pretty quick with it. I'm not gonna lie.
Pretty fast games there, yeah.
Yeah, so they've been running, and you know, that's been Pillars. And on the other side, you know, we have DePaul University. A little bit of a rough start these first 3 weeks here, but you know, once again, going into week 4 and 5, we still have a lot of things that could happen. We could have the reverse sweep, and they can get 3 points and move right up, tied for second place, you know, depending also what Glacial Carnage does tonight as well. So lots of things can happen, though, and, you know, we are just currently waiting for the draft to start, so we do got a couple of minutes. But how have you been, my friend? Let's hear about you for a little bit. It's been a little bit. The people don't really know you all that well, so let's get them familiar because they will be seeing you a lot from this point forward. That's for certain.
Um, not much has changed since last season.
Okay.
I've just been chilling, just working on 3D modeling, getting better at doing all of that. I've
Absolutely.
been playing League in the meantime, still hard stuck gold, so nothing much has
Okay.
changed.
That's all right. I mean, I'm also hard stuck, but I also just don't play at all. And with these new changes that have been implemented, durability changes, things like that. Have you found a difference in your style of gameplay being the top laner? Like who? We've seen a lot of Volibear recently on the Rift, and a lot of Wukong
Yeah.
as well. Have you encountered those a lot
Uh,
frequently in your
I've
solo
been
play?
seeing a lot of Wukong, and I have to say I hate Wukong as a top laner. I hate Sheen. Anyone who scales with Sheen, you got Gangplank,
Oh yeah.
Wukong, Jax, and it's like, man, that's no fun. That's not at all exciting in any sort of way. It's like, oh boy, half my health from an auto and then an enhanced auto is like awesome. I was
No.
playing a lot of Darius right after the Dura patch changed, though.
Ooh. Okay.
Uh, because honestly, what I pieced together is okay. Everyone has increased armor, so assassins and mages right off the bat are a lot weaker.
Right.
But Darius or anyone who has built-in just percentage armor penetration, a lot stronger than anyone who has lethality. So Aphelios isn't as strong, but Darius,
Mm,
Darius is a lot stronger because of his E.
mm,
The passive armor pen you get off of upgrading his E,
right.
up to 35% armor pen, I believe. Um,
Ooh.
so you're doing big damage and you're surviving a little bit longer during your extended trades.
Right.
And sure, healing is nerfed, but what's really nice is you live longer now to where
Mhm.
you can proc your hemorrhage and get that true damage ultimate. So true damage, ignoring conditioning and armor, all of that is very nice to have. So definitely been enjoying that. I played Duskblade Darius the other day too. That was pretty
Oh.
fun to mess around with.
Yeah, you're just being a menace all over the Rift recently. That's I don't like that. So if I see your name, if I see it's Noble right there in League, I'm dodging. It's just like, okay, I'm done. Sorry, forfeit. And then you guys can't get no LP. I'll lose 5 LP to avoid versing a Dustblade Darius. That's for
Yeah.
certain. But in regards also to everything that's been happening on the Rift as well. Outside, I hope you've been doing very well outside in the world. You told me some really good news recently, and very congratulations, happy for you. Sucks about the gas itself, but that's all right.
Oh yeah, gas is atrocious. I live in the middle of nowhere and it's still expensive. Five and a
Yeah.
half dollars a gallon. It's like,
Oh.
ugh.
Yeah,
I was like,
we're creeping towards that mark right now where I'm at, and it's
yeah.
not a fun time, but that is okay. And with that being said, though, it looks like they are going to be ready for draft here, and so they'll be starting up in the next few moments. But just based off of what you've seen so far on the Rift, what you've played with as well. I mean, do you expect to see any target bans or target picks that they should be going with in terms of the meta?
I'm honestly still a bit unaware of the meta.
Okay.
Cause I don't know, did the patch come through where they did buff the assassins and mages again? Because I know they were a lot weaker after the durability buff.
They still feel
Um,
weak. If they have put out a patch recently, it hasn't been enough, if I'm going to be honest. Because right now, tanks have just absolutely been decimating
oh yeah.
everybody.
I started playing Ornn too recently. Definitely been enjoying that. I definitely have improved my skill. So I've
That's
noticed
good.
that I actually do have a lot of sustain in fights still as Ornn, even just
Mm.
from grasps. I heal a fair amount of health, so that's always enjoyable. But yeah,
Hmm.
definitely enjoying the Ornn. So once again, I like Ornn because he's a very big team fight oriented champ, and he's a very good scaler too, just because of all the bonuses he gives to his team late game.
Okay. Oh, absolutely. No, you're not wrong. And there has been also an additional change. I don't know if you've are aware of this, but we do have a new sponsor. Their name is ProComps. It is really awesome. It's a tool for League of Legends, teams, coaches, and individual players that want to take their game to the next level. They offer live insights, suggestions, power spikes, champion suggestions, live during draft itself. Not only that, but they have counters and synergies, tier lists. They have the patch updates, comp builder, and a lot more. And if you're not familiar with it, we do have a about section right below here. You can go ahead and click on the link. It takes you to a free trial. You can go ahead and check them out if anyone is interested. But definitely, it's really awesome, Noble. You should check them out. And with that being said, it looks like they did get the draft started as well. So let's go ahead and make our way over to that. For DePaul University, we have Twitch being the first one banned out. And just like you had mentioned there with the Darius pick, Pillars is like, we heard you, Noble, loud and clear. Getting rid of that. No Darius for the first round. So I cannot say I blame them. Hold on one moment. It looks like... Okay, hold on. This might not be accurate. Let me go ahead and make a new draft. Apparently, there's been a little bit of technical difficulties. So I'm going to go ahead and make a new one here for them. That is okay. We have DePaul University on the blue side, and then we have Pillars on the red. Let me go ahead and get them all set up. We got blue for them there. We got red for them there. And I'll go ahead and get the links all set up for you all. So that way you can see them and we can talk about it live. That's kind of the point here. So let's go ahead and get that updated. Sorry about the little hiccup there, folks. Happens from time to time. There we go. We have.
All right. First one is a spectator.
No, it's blue, red, and the bottom one, TDR, is a spectator.
Okay.
So we're gonna go ahead and open that up, and here we go. So okay, so they should be up and ready again here soon. So I apologize about that, folks. A little bit of a delay there, but not to worry. Should be good to go from this point forward. Okay. Let's see if we see the same picks and bans here. We had the Twitch starting off and then the Darius on the other side. But let's just see if they are going to stick with that. So it looks like, yes, DePaul definitely hard committing to the Twitch ban there. And for Pillars, they had mentioned the Darius at first. Maybe that was because of you. Who knows? But you also said Ornn as well. So he's still pretty good in the top lane as of right now, even with all the changes that have been implemented?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I don't know. Personally, I have been enjoying Ornn lately, but I do know they also fixed Sterix a little bit. I don't remember how recently they fixed Sterix, but it does seem a lot better than after they completely gutted the item.
Right.
So definitely enjoying Sterix a bit more now. So.
Okay, understandable. Sterix Gauge is always a great item, and wow, they are flying through it. So we have the Twitch. The Darius this time is going to be banned out by DePaul University, and Ahri as the first set of bans there. And then we have the Zeri, the Yuumi, and the Lulu. So they're really hard targeting the bot lane here on the side of Pillars. Maybe that's their win condition on the side of DePaul University, and they definitely don't want to give them any comfort picks. Viego's being the first pick here for the side of DePaul. I haven't seen a Viego in quite some time for... DSS or SBS inside the Mythic League itself, but Senna has definitely been a big one. Senna and Wukong as well has been a huge pick rate, for us here in Mythic, and I'm not surprised to see that one being picked here at all. But Viego has that gap closer, able to get on top. Still a pretty solid jungler. Haven't seen him, on the Rift at all recently, but still a solid jungler, still a solid mid or top laner as well. So it's no shock that these 200-year champions are still being picked even now. Belvath is still currently not able to be picked right now. This is the second week, so we still have one more week of Belvath not being able to be picked. And I believe next week we are able to go ahead and see her starting inside this league. So I know we had a few mentions beforehand before the game started. And also, I just want to shout out real quick to Tygoon. Thank you so much for the Prime sub. And Pillars currently in Division 1, yes, is... the number 1 team for Division 1. Knights of Ishtar on the Division 2 is also a number 1 Frostbite. You're not wrong. And I do really look forward to wanting to see those two teams go at it. That'll be awesome. But it looks like here we have the Sivir and the Seraphine also being picked up by DePaul University as their tier 1 or their first picks are being locked in here. Tom Kinch and Senna. That's a pretty solid bot lane always.
Definitely.
Lulu. This is a very common duo to have in the bot lane here. There's probably going to be a fasting Senna more than likely. We've seen crazier things, though. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the SBS last week, but it was like a really ridiculous Senna build that didn't make sense to me, didn't make sense to you, all the viewers. But hey, it worked out. They ended up winning anyways. And then Vi is going to be the jungle pick, it looks like here, for Pillars. So just looking at this, between the bot lane and the jungler, who are you leaning towards so far for this matchup?
Definitely like the scaling from the Senna, as well as just the overall like lockdown and safety. We have the Tom Kench, and with his, I believe it's Devour, getting that shield or that free like grab and then move, so you can
Absolutely.
easily pick off people on the enemy team and like separate them, or you can keep your teammate alive and give him a shield. And
True.
since he is in the support role, we could end up seeing like a revitalize on him. I believe, or
Oh,
no, is it redemption? It's redemption, I believe. So
okay.
giving that extra shield and the healing from redemption,
Absolutely.
definitely a possibility. Overall, TK Senna bot lane is fairly strong, as Tom Kinch is a very strong laner. Lots of CC and just overall very tanky champ. We're also going to see Wukong, Set, Vlad, and Talia banned here as well. Definitely not enjoying to see the Vladimir in the Rift or the Wukong, so definitely glad to see those are gone.
Yes,
Because
sir.
personally, I don't like seeing either of those champs on the enemy team out of all the bans
No.
here.
No, I definitely, like I said, Wukong has definitely been a top tier, especially in the DSS, a top tier pick or ban champion. I think almost every single week for the past 2 weeks, I want to say solid. There was one time, who was it? I believe it was Glacial Carnage. We saw Wukong actually was able to get picked every single time by the same
Wow.
exact team for all 3 games. Obviously, it didn't work one of the games, but they did ended up winning overall 2-1. And it was actually kind of crazy. Seraphine, it looks like Seraphine actually might be the mid lane pick here for DePaul University. Raka being picked up here as the potential, I would say more than likely, support here to go with Sivir. And then we have the Ornn, just like you said. I think either you're giving them pointers or you're just really good at predicting, because we had the Darius ban and now the Ornn being picked up here from Pillars, and the final pick here from DePaul University to, round out this comp. Only thing that makes me a little bit worried is the fact that they don't have any tanks at the moment, but
Oh, yep.
that went ahead and I got shut down a little bit. Gragas is getting picked up, so I do like their comp overall. It is a nice, safe comp. They have 2 healers, essentially, 2 utility champs, Raka and Seraphine there, and a lot of the damage is going to have to fall on the Sivir and the Viego, so it's going to really heavily rely on them. Gragas, I don't know if he's going to be building full AP or if he's going to be going more tanky. They do kind of
Yeah.
need that tank, and and with the Raka heals and the Seraphine heals, that would be a good roundabout team to go ahead
I
and
definitely feel like we'll
lock it
see
in.
Leandries end up getting
Ooh,
picked up here on the Seraphine. Oh my gosh, Pillars, just team comp. They just
that's rough.
overall win the late game. They have the Senna, they have the Kill, they have the Ornn, and then they have the safety from the Ornn and the TK, as well as they just have all around really high lockdown. We have 2 different airborns here, Tom Kench and Ornn, actually Vi airborns as well. And so definitely not going to want Pillars to get to late game. Post 25, 30 minutes, we're going to be seeing a lot of scaling going on, and it will not be to the benefit of DePaul University. Now, they do have
Absolutely.
the Viego, though, so Viego picks up a kill on the Kale, for instance, or gets the assist, grabs the body. He can melt through the entire enemy team.
Absolutely. No, you're not wrong. I mean, Kale, once they hit that level 16, even a little bit prior to that, I think level 11 is also a pretty good spike for her as well.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, seriously, she is a menace. And unless Viego can get ahead early, Sivir's one of those tricky ADCs. I have a few friends that love utilizing Sivir. The lethality Sivir build, throwing the Qs out, doing super maximum damage, getting just that last perfect little nick of the double boomerang shot, so it's like there is no chance to go ahead and dodge that, and just maximizing the damage there. And then once again, the utility coming in from both Raka and from Seraphine as well is kind of a problem. But the biggest thing, in my opinion, is the fact that Pillars have 2 super tanks on their side.
Oh
Tahm
yeah,
Kench and Ornn.
and then the hyper carries. You know, we have Senna
Exactly.
Kale. Like, you know, Senna just so much range, so much damage late game, and the same with Kale. You know, uh, I'm not even sure if Gragas will go tank here because that will open up the opportunity for Kale to pick up lethal tempo and
Mm,
uh,
good
proc
point.
lethal tempo stacks fairly quickly and just melt through the team.
That
So,
is a fair point.
you know, I'm not too sure here what they're going to be doing. And they do have a pretty safe comp, you know, they just have to scale. Like, I'm definitely predicting that we'll see a lot of ganks in the mid lane, especially to keep that Kale down, get that Seraphine ahead. I feel like we'll be seeing Leandries on Seraphine for the
Absolutely.
Ornn and the TK, maybe even a Crystal Scepter to, you know, slow down the Kale, help immobilize. Then we can get Gragas and Viego to just stun her out and then take her down.
That is true. I could see I could see Viego spending a lot of time in the top lane as well, like you said, to counter the Kale more than likely. But we also have we also have a request to have you whip out one of the swords. I don't know if those are real swords or not. But
Yeah, what color? Red or blue? I also have
uh,
a bamboo sword. It's packed up still though.
which one's your favorite?
The bamboo sword.
Oh, out of the red
Both
or
of
the
these
blue
are
one?
out of these two. Let's go with this one. They haven't been sharpened. These I've just left these for decoration. The bamboo one is sharpened though.
Ooh, okay.
Um, so
Look
yeah,
at
this is
that.
just used as a decorative blade. I got this in Okinawa, Japan, when I
Oh,
was
wow.
there because my dad was stationed there
That's
back in I want to
awesome.
say 2014.
Now I gotta show
But
something cool. Alright, this is one of the coolest things I own. It's a Majin Vegeta Pop signed by Christopher Sabat himself. And when I was talking to him, he wrote, Kakarot, you dog. But I was telling him that he was a god at what he does. And he almost wrote, Kakarot, you god. And then he kind of yelled at me. He's like, well, that would have been awkward if I wrote that. So, interesting. But yours is still way cooler. You can actually hurt somebody with that. I would never throw this at somebody. So, definitely not. But still, thank you for showing that. I hope you're happy, Magic. That was just for you, my friend. But the predictions are live, so go ahead, drop your channel points. Let us know who you all think is going to win game number 1 between DePaul University and Pillars here. And it looks like a majority of you, an overwhelming majority of you, are currently going with the side of Pillars. You know, I would definitely also have to predict that game number 1 due to the comp itself. The Kale Senna, the scaling is just ridiculous. Plus, just the amount of tanks and hard lockdown that they have from Vi, and just the squishies that DePaul University has. I don't know if they're going to be able to out-sustain themselves with what they have on the side of Pillars. But, could be wrong. We never know these things. You know, it's just predictions at this point. And let's go ahead here. We are going to cut it, though, to a quick little intermission while we get ready for the in-game delay for game number 1. But do not go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with a lot of action here. We'll be back in just a few minutes. All right, welcome back, all you wonderful people. It is your boy Rylionn and Noble bringing you the action here for game number 1, DePaul University versus Pillars, and DePaul University will be on the blue side. Pillars will be on a red side here, and it looks like we have some interesting already gameplay going back and forth. We have NA Bolt here, who's just kind of walking back, and Chris
Might
is...
see an invade here too.
Oh, let's see if deep vision or no, they're just gonna drop vision
Just
on the red.
vision. Boring. They don't want to throw away the game right away.
Knowledge is key, my friend. Knowledge is key, but you're right. I want to see some action. This is the higher elo. I need it. I crave it. And it's been a minute since you've done this.
I need to see what I need to improve on, how these guys play, so I can in turn be there. Definitely gotta blame MS diff. You know, I usually played a solid 70 MS. So definitely hard to dodge skill shots for some things. So, oh, thank you for the tier 1 sub, Magic Man. Very nice.
Shout out to you. Much appreciated. Thank you for the constant love and support. You have been tremendous throughout, the entirety of this entire organization, and we do this for you. So thank you, man. And, I mean, just looking at, how everything's starting here, they know on the side of DePaul University that Kaz started off on the blue side. Obviously, they got all the vision there on the red buff there. But in the matchup, early on, it looks like Ornn is going to be in the top side, not obviously the mid, and Kale's going to be in the mid lane here. But Seraphine versus Kale. Early game, I'm still going to go with Kale on this. Like, Seraphine's not really does not provide that much pressure, in my opinion. Do you agree?
I can agree with that, but she does have a good enough slow lockdown, and I believe she also gives a movement boost. Correct me if I'm wrong. So she definitely has good setup potential to bring Viego into the lane to take out the Kale. And since Kale has TP, she does have the ability to take bad back and get back to lane without losing too much CS. It's definitely crucial, especially in mid lane, to keep up on the CS, because that gold diff on those squishies definitely leads to a quick and early demise.
Absolutely, you're not wrong. And here we go. Yep, there goes the Ornn. Chris is just absolutely just decimating in the beginning, trying to get as much early damage and those brittle stacks off. And one thing that I really like that Meow Meow T has been doing the entire time is stepping up and autoing. That's not something that you typically see, especially from squishier people like the Rock here. And hold on one second. Kaz doing a nice gank into the mid lane here. Alpha Katie, I'm sorry, is getting taken down quite low. The W passive is going off. And here comes Baltho to go ahead and try to help his friend. But Katie is super low. We definitely don't want to be stepping up a little bit too far. Ooh, the double stun here. Not going to hit. Nice turnaround from Kaz to go ahead and get the Q off. Flashes forward. Almost gets it, but not quite enough just yet. And just like I said, hold on one second. Illuminous, though, getting poked down quite heavily by Katie. And Katie is not giving up. I know that they were quite low in the very beginning of that fight there, but they have the sustain. They were able to stay in the fight a little bit longer. Just enough to keep Volt alive. But just like I said, Kaz, though, going with the Hail of Blades to get that passive off very quickly. And it's proving to be very effective, especially this early. Just not quite enough to pick up that first kill, though.
Was very close. If the Seraphine did land her abilities there, I'm not too sure what they're called. The little music waves that she sends out when you send out Chew at roots.
Yes.
She actually missed those on the Vi and the Kale. She threw it right in between them. So,
yeah.
that definitely denied them the ability to get those kills there. But we did see like a really lucky flash come through with the Viego, came in with the clutch, got away with, I think it was 26 health.
Oh, and Bolt making his way to the top side again. He's going to go ahead and do a little bit of damage on over to Chris, but, he is a tanky boy, able to dash out of there as well before the Gragas belly bump was able to come into effect. And if you don't mind, can you go ahead and check and see how many stacks we are looking at for Senna so far?
Oh, yeah, sure. Let me take a look real quick here. It looks like Tom Kench is getting in the way. Only 5 Absolution stacks so far.
Okay, not too bad. And it does look like she's not opting in to go with the fasting Senna. She is getting all the farm here, so that is going to slow down her soul stacks a little bit, it looks like. But, to each their own. I don't really play a whole lot of Senna personally. She's not one of my favorite ADCs of all time. only because it's like you really have to decide whether or not you want to do fasting to get the soul stacks for late game, or if you want to go ahead and get the farm so that way you can go ahead and get the early items. And you know,
we do have a nice freeze here in the bot lane too. Definitely holding that, punishing Sivir and Soraka. You know, they're gonna be having to come back into a dangerous lane to make sure they get the XP. Definitely gonna have a loss out on that XP for sure. So definitely the gank potential bot lane very high. Actually, they're gonna shove the wave here, and then probably take a back.
I don't know if it's going to crash, though, or if it's going to be in a nice spot now for the side of DePaul University. Are they able to clear it in time? It does not look like. Maybe
they might
one
actually
or
go for the
two?
drag here.
Oh, yeah. Nice early 6-minute drag. Can't argue with that. Alpha Katie also hitting level 6 before Illuminous does, but Illuminous is following very close right behind with level 6. And once that happens, just like it did right now, it is going to be a little bit of a different story here in the mid lane. I expect a lot more aggression to come out from Illuminous. So let's see. Now, your Bolt, do you want to be focusing more in the top, mid, or bot lane in this game? You know, if you are the jungle.
Definitely bot lane. Keep, you know, if you're Viego, definitely be ganking the mid lane. If you're Vi, you know, definitely set up that Senna, I'd say. And even the Kale too. Set up the Kale. Seraphine will be kind of difficult to gank, I feel like. Just, you know, her, what is it, Encore or something. Her ultimate, as well as just the other CCs she has.
Right.
I mean, you know, Sivir does have that spell shield, along with the Soraka, just infinite health. Oh, my voice, excuse me. That's tragic, but, you know, just all that health, man, from the Soraka. It's
you're
crazy.
not wrong. You're definitely not wrong. And Kaz making his way on over to the mid lane. The Encore, just like you said, is going to get hit. Illuminous forced to pop the ulti as well. Nice flash forward and picks up the first kill onto Alpha Katie here. And just like that, they're going to trade 1-for-1. Illuminous goes down to Bolt, if I'm not mistaken. And, yep, Bolt is going to go ahead and take Kale's body out and take it for a spin. But, yes, very nice move. I like the flash, the dedication from Illuminous to secure that first blood, even though it cost them their own life. So not too bad. You picked up a Blasting Wand, 2 daggers as well, so we were looking at more than likely a Nashor's Tooth, if I'm not mistaken, as the first item for Kel here.
Oh yeah, definitely going to be seeing that Nashor's Tooth come into play. You know, just all that AP, very strong, especially with the AP on hit damage from the autos.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I feel like top lane, you know, you always ignore top lane, is what it seems like in most ranked games.
Just in general, and I can't argue with that. I'm not gonna lie, I do see a lot of people neglecting top lane quite a bit. You're talking about from a jungle standpoint, right?
Oh yeah, but definitely this game, you know, not much carry potential from up there.
Ooh, nice sidestep from Boozy though. New Worth is getting chunked down quite a bit. Hurricane forced to pop the heal as well to keep his buddy alive. The Grey Matter is going to be popped, and also we have Kaz making his way into the bot lane here. Doesn't matter. Bolt also some serious damage, so we have a lot of simultaneous action coming on here. Malty is going to go ahead and get killed as well. Boozy's next on the list there, and double kill going on over to Hurricane. Very nice pickup while they trade also Illuminous's life. Not to mention Shelly also being popped in the mid lane. A nice chunk of gold going on over.
Yeah, look at all that money.
Sheesh. Great pickup from both sides.
Good trades coming in from the Ornn. Ornn's taking those really nice grasp trades. You know, free max health, free damage, free health, you know.
Ooh, alright. Newport's stepping up a little bit. Frisky there. Throwing a little bit of tongue action. Trying to get some damage even though he's pretty low. Now he's going to go ahead and back. Cannot argue with that. Dragon's still up on the map. We thought it was going to be a little bit of an early Drake, but it turns out, nope. That Mountain Dragon is not worth getting killed over. At least not right now. And it looks like Kaz is going to be taking that scuttle here in just the next few moments.
Ooh, looks like we will be seeing the Eclipse Vi. We do see a Dirk on Vi. Personally, whenever my Vi has built Eclipse, it has been great.
Oh, yeah.
Whenever I see it, it's just phenomenal, and I don't understand why they ever built Divine Sunder when you could do Eclipse, and it's just, overall seems a lot better. You know, the shielding, extra damage, percentage armor pen, and lethality.
Very true, and it looks like Neworth here, along with Hurricane and Kaz, are all making their way on over to the Dragon, trying to clear out the vision. Boozy throwing a little bit of boomerang action just to get them off and provide a little bit of damage, and still no movement yet. We're about 10 minutes in, and Nothing hinting towards this dragon. I know they both want it. This is a good dragon to have, especially on the side of DePaul. They don't want to give this up to the 2 tanks. And as time moves forward here, Noble being the top lane main, I mean, I'm going to say Ornn wins this matchup over Gragas, correct?
You know, I believe so. You know, Gragas' belly bump is his main engage. We just saw that right here. But it's fairly easy to bait out if you figure out the timing on it. And all Ornn has to do is his what is it, Burning Bellows, I believe is the move. I'm not sure if that's the correct name.
Right.
His W, which makes him unstoppable, so he can't get stunned, but it also applies the brittle, which you can break, and then it lowers armor and stuff.
Absolutely.
Very good to see.
It looks like we might have our first team fight around the dragon here. Very nice engage from Neworth here. The Encore is going to go ahead and land on Illuminous and Kaz here. Nice ultimate from Illuminous, though, onto Kaz, and that is going to be 1 death on over to Bolt. Bolt is going to go down. Neworth making his way on over to Boozy right now. Still surviving in this 2v1 situation. Very nice engage. Down goes Boozy. Meow Meow T is on the run currently. Good slow. The knockup is going to go ahead and land as well. The flash over the wall coming in from Hurricane, and 3 members down from DePaul University, with the dragon also being picked up. Great moves from the side of Pillars, and they're going to extend their lead out 2-6, but they're only ahead by 400 gold. So that shows you currently that DePaul University is doing a great job in the farming aspect. You know, and I mean, look at that, 100 farm on Seraphine currently. Didn't make their way, and got the tier 1 tower with the first tower gold. I love it. I love it.
Is Seraphine where they want their gold? I mean, obviously, you need your CS wherever you can get it. I'm not too sure about this game, though. I mean, I wouldn't be feeling safe with Seraphine having the gold. Look at the Senna. You know, 3 kills already, and I believe it's like 27 stacks. I don't know if that's good or not. I think she gets really good when she has 70.
Yeah, somewhere around there. Like, it's every 20, so it's like 60, 70. Hold on 1 second. Boozy stepping up a little bit too close, so the ultimate going down from Meow Meow T to go ahead and try to survive, but it's not going to be enough. The sustain is not there. Hurricane picks up another kill, 4-0-2, almost the perfect score, if you know what I'm talking about. And Meow Meow T is going to go ahead and get ruined. Oh no, Hurricane stepping up underneath tower. Great! Great engage there. Devour, thank you, from Neworth to go ahead and save his buddy, and walks out of there.
Minimal mana too, like that engage from the Sivir, you know, stepping up there. I believe it was Sivir, who started that engage.
Yes.
You know, she walked up to stop the backs, and they completely turned the fight with minimal mana. It was actually kind of scary because I don't believe Senna had really gotten her money yet. Her money is worth in items, that is.
That is very true. And Chris, so might be looking in a world of peril. There goes the explosive cast to go ahead and knock him back. Flashes out of it, though, because he knows that the rest of his team is on the way. Nice engage from Bolt, and he is still stuck underneath tower. That's going to be 1 more tower shot. Oh!
He did
Super
the wrong
unfortunate.
ability.
Yep, wrong ability at the wrong time, my friend. And that's going to be 1 for 1. Give it on over to Chris, and you know, tower plating is still available for the next 10 seconds. Let's see if they're able to secure maybe a little bit of that in the top lane, but I don't think so. Oh, actually, yeah, he got 1.
Dude, that tragic Viego play there, you know, taking the Ornn, but he didn't ram away. He used his bellows. That is quite unfortunate. Not unfortunate for the Ornn, however. You know, Ornn just getting free XP, has Sunfire. So definitely going to be seeing a lot more, like, just overall fight strength from the Ornn, you know. We have Gragas, who has good CC, but...
Oh, hold on 1 second. We have another team fight going on. New North trying to get out of there as quickly as possible, but he's being locked down quite heavily by Alpha Kate here. Forced to flash right in the ball. There goes the Encore, and I think it was a little bit of an overkill, but that's all right. They do need to secure as many kills as possible. That going on over 2 bolts as well. So, great job. 4-8 so far. Still down by about 700 gold overall. And the next dragon is going to be a Cloud Drake available in about 1:20 here. So currently, you're on the side of DePaul. Oh, hold on 1 second. Nice flash forward Q to go ahead and land on the Meow Meow T. The ultimate snipe from Hurricane to go ahead and secure the kill. And the flash from Boozy to go ahead and dodge that engage from Kaz. But that was a very nice Q flash to begin that fight there from Kaz.
Senna's at 36 stacks and is 5-0. Let me check her gold real quick. So his total gold is at 3,400 just about. And so we're definitely going to be seeing some scaling.
Uh-oh, Chris looking a little bit rough here. He is a tanky boy. The Everfrost is going to go off and hold him in place. The Leandri is also coming in from Alpha Katie, is proving to be a really good item. I know a lot of people know this, but in my elo, it doesn't seem like it, because every single time we reverse super tanks, people still be picking up like a Luden's Tempest or something. And I'm like, dude, just click the Leandris, please. And I think that's a great item into tanks as well. So, the people you get stuck with in solo queue, I love it.
Honestly, personally, I actually like the Ludens here.
Really?
Not on the Seraphine though. On other mages, you know,
Okay.
like the high amount of magic pen you get, because you get flat pen, but you build a void staff, and you know, even if they build a force of nature, like the 70 or 80 magic resist, you get not enough.
All right, understandable, and it is going to be a Hextech Soul is going to be the one for this game. The second dragon being picked up here from the side of Pillar, so it's going to be 2 currently. Next one is going to put them on Soul Point. I don't believe... Oh, actually, yes. Oh, nice flash forward coming in from Dumb Thick here to lock down Illuminous along with the Everfrost, the explosive cast, just in case, and Bolt is going to go ahead and pick up that kill on to Illuminous. Very nice, moving him to 4-2-1, and just like that, they're definitely not out of it. But hold on one second, coming in from the Fog of War, great knockup, but a great root comes in from Alpha Katie to go ahead and stop the engage. But New North looking really good on that engage from the Fog of War there, and man, I like everything that's going on so far. And right now, DePaul University is doing a great job macro-wise. I know they're down 5-9, but they have 3 towers to Pillar's 0 tower so far. And that is all that kind of matters at the moment. Another great engage, though, from New North. Alpha Katie forced to flash. The Encore is going to get popped. Only lands on the New North, though. New North getting taken down a lot. Meow Meow T and Alpha Katie both have the double sustain, so they're just in there healing each other back and forth. And, you know, keeping them at bay. I do very much like that from the side of DePaul University.
Nice
Hold on
root.
1 second. Yeah, the root coming in onto New North. Staying underneath tower. Meow Meow picking up the kill on to New North there. Hurricane forced to flash to get rid of the to get out of the engage coming in from Bolt flanking from the bot lane, and here comes Shelly also being popped into the tier 2 mid tower as well, and that's going to be a lot of damage. Oh, hold on 1 second. We have a disconnect here. I'm not sure if this is out of anger or if this is out of just internet connection, but they were on the winning side of that trade, so I'm gonna go with internet connection.
Sync there. 3 players on the team all instantly just mid DC in chat.
Oof, little bit rough. That happens sometimes. Yeah, I know. We have to get a pause right in the middle of all the action. I'm sorry. So that way you guys don't have to view it. We're gonna go ahead and go back to our lovely faces here, and I'm gonna take a sip of my Red Bull. I know we're not sponsored by Red Bull, but hey, you know we want to be. So
hey, Lipton tea, man, that's where it's at. That's what I've been drinking. It's been crazy hot even up here. I live in South Dakota, and for some reason it's hot and it sucks. But
I'm in Florida, and I love the heat. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not built for the cold. So give me that humidity, give me that heat, baby, all day long. But yeah, the action so far in game number 1 between DePaul and Pillars here. Pillars is currently number 1 in their division. DePaul University is currently ranked number 3 in their division, so they're trying to move on up into the standings here. In second place is going to be Glacial Carnage, sorry, with 6 points. So they definitely want that 2-0 to go ahead and tie up with Glacial. Glacial also plays today, so we'll have to find out how their outcome is. But we could see a shift in the first top 3 spots here today, depending on the outcome of these 2 games. So let's see if we are able to continue here within the next couple of moments. Apologies. We will try to get as much information as we can in Space Pope. The only thing that I did, I'm not even going to lie, is that I just shave against the grain for like ever. You know, I worked in fast food restaurants when I was like early 20s, you know, 18, 19, 20, and they wouldn't allow you to have a beard. So, you know, you go down, then you go up against the grain, get some aftershave like Home Alone, pop that sucker on there, and right as soon as they said you can grow a beard, I stopped shaving, and all of a sudden this thing just sprouted on my face. So I have no idea. But thank you. And Noble, speaking of, I'm digging your combo right now, my friend. It is
Yeah, I
looking
like what I
good.
got here.
It,
I enjoy it. I just need it. It doesn't come in well enough through the sides for me to keep it yet, so I shave it off still, you know. But once it comes in like smoothly, I'll keep it. So for now, it's just like this. I try to keep
Absolutely.
it trimmed up. I every other day, you know, I hit it with the scissors.
Yeah. Oh, you do the scissors. I have an electric one. I mean, I do a little bit of trimming. I just did a recent trimming here, so trying to keep it a little bit maintained. It was looking a little bit scraggly earlier. Not gonna lie, but that's all right. And let's see if we can go ahead and get a little bit of insight. It doesn't appear that they are back anytime soon, but that is okay. Still have a couple of minutes to go ahead and wait here, so I apologize to all of you here for this little bit of an interruption. Does happen, but the action will be back soon. And let's go ahead and bring up those predictions. How is everyone feeling about the predictions so far?
Definitely feeling like I lost 1,000 points here, to say the least.
Nah, I mean, you went for DePaul, did you not?
Whoever's blue side.
Yep, that's DePaul. I mean, they're looking really good right now, at least on the macro standpoint. 6-9, so they're definitely not that far behind.
Ahead.
And they did
We
get the
just
Viego
gotta
ahead.
make sure he's able to pick up those kills late game. You know, KL level 10 right now. So
that is true. And the positioning coming in from Hurricane has been immaculate as well. 5-0-2 currently on the Senna. How many stacks is she at right now? 45 stacks.
Last time 40, something in the 40s, I believe.
Yeah, has been, a little bit slower, but once again, not going with the fasting Senna, opting into instead farm. So 139 farm to 143 on the Sivir, but 5-0-2. That's pretty substantial. Picking up a Kraken Slayer really early on, now moving on to the Rage Blade, and Sivir also just picking up the Kraken Slayer as well. In this circumstance, I think I would have agreed also to go with the Eclipse on this one, not the Kraken Slayer on Senna. But
just because of we got Eclipse Vi, we have Kale, and we have Senna.
Absolutely.
So already, that lethality is nice. But then there's two tanky people. But the nice thing about Eclipse, I believe it's Eclipse, that gives the percentage armor penetration. I believe it's 4% per legendary.
I believe you're correct. Yes. Let's find out. Actually,
and it's really nice, especially if you mix it with a Serelda's or a LDR, depending on what you're going with. And so that's a large amount of armor pen overall. So you get if you build Serelda's, it's 30. You build LDR, it's 35 plus. Let's say when you usually get Serelda's like third, fourth item, I'd say.
Right.
So add that together, third item, it would be what, 8% plus 30 or 35.
Yeah, 43%.
And then, fourth item, you have 12. So, you obviously percentage armor pen scales by level as well, so you can only have a certain amount. I believe it's maxed out at oh, it looks like they're back. They're gonna unpause here at 2030.
Okay.
But with I believe it ends up around like 55 is the max percentage pen you can have for most champs. I think Darius you can get higher just because of his built-in pen.
Right. Pain in the ass.
But yeah, you just have a lot of pen there. And what's nice is the percentage pen adds up. So, let's say you have like 50% reduction.
We are back, baby. There's going to be a slight delay in game. It is not y'all's internet. It's not our internet. This is just the league client doing its thing. So we have the Oran Horn being blown. Hurricane getting chunked down a little bit. Let's see how Bougie is going to go ahead and make it out of here. Is stepped up a little bit too close, but
she does have her spell shield ready to use, though. So I think
no flash and no ulti, though. All right, here we go. The Oran Horn. Yeah, the spell shield is going to go ahead and stop it, but it doesn't matter. The Vi ulti also to lock her down, the cease and desist, and Kaz is going to go ahead and pick up the kill on to Boozy there. So that is going to set him up for a nice little push as well. And they finally also
in the bot lane too.
Yes, sir. Picking up that first tower.
grabbing that free solo XP, hitting level 11, trying to get to 12. Looks like she's actually going to take Viego's Krugs here.
Oh.
You know, that free, I think 112 gold, something like that.
Let's see if Viego allows that, though. Hold on one second. New North might be caught out. He is in a 3v1. Yeah, a lot of damage coming in from Bolt. Oh, he's going to go ahead and not hop over. Very nice belly bump comes in from Dumb Thick there. And Bolt's going to go ahead and pick up that kill. Hurricane now. Oh, the explosive cast. Great on to Hurricane there. And a big shutdown. 500 extra gold going on over to their least favorite person, which is Bolt. And that's going to be 2 members down. And they're going to take the top tier 1 tower as well. But they might give up their tier 3 mid tower, you know, for that. So let's see if it was worth it.
As well as we got big money coming into the Viego as well. Viego sitting on more gold actually than the Senna is by about 500.
Oh, here we go. Nice Q's gonna go ahead and land, but Kaz and Illuminous are stuck in the middle of a 2v3 situation. Tries to flash over the wall. Unfortunately, doesn't happen. The Devourer is gonna go ahead and save his friend. Bolt doing a lot of damage. The sustain is very nice, but no, Kaz is gonna go ahead and get the shutdown onto Bolt. The Ornhorn getting blown again, and another kill going on over. That's 2 members down, 3 members down for the side of DePaul University. They had such a good look on the fight, but the Devourer was the game changer coming in from New North there. Illuminous just holding on by a sliver.
Not sure
health.
if that Grump was worth it. You know, Sliver, I feel like, could have definitely picked up a lot of kills in that team fight.
Absolutely.
Because we saw the Kale, she was, I believe, 46 health.
Right.
And I'm not too sure. There was one other person who was extremely low. And, oh, they also didn't have Seraphine up for that fight either.
That's a little bit wild. It could have been a delay from League itself, but yeah, you're right. I don't think they actually had Seraphine that entire fight. A little bit unfortunate, but, you know, they have to continue due to the ruling. So that does suck, but they were looking pretty good, though, for a good majority of that fight.
Yeah, no, for the low amount of people.
Oh, no, great. Kaz is going to get caught out here by Bolt and by Dumb Thick as well. They may have overstepped a little bit of their boundaries. The explosive cask is available, but Dumb Thick isn't in a position yet to throw it. New North is going to go ahead and bring the attention of... oh! Nice stun comes through. New North is just not able to get out of there. He's just using it a little bit too delayed, but that's all right. He did take most of DePaul University with him, bring the attention, and having the other 4 members survive. With that being said, the first Hex Dragon is also going to be available within the next couple of seconds here. And Pillars is already being set up for that. No vision from either team, though, around Dragon.
Yeah, definitely going to want to be, you know, careful here. I feel like they're definitely becoming
Illuminous, very nice, waiting into the bushes here. Oh, the ulti coming in from Hurricane from afar, not quite getting it. The ulti getting popped from Illuminous as well. Belly bump missing, unfortunately. The Ornhorn trying to go ahead and snipe Meow Meow T in the back line. Unfortunately, not going to work. Nice explosive cast, though, to bring Hurricane to the front side here. 1 for 1. Bolt is also going to fall. Kaz is trying to do what he can, but there is just too much action, too much sustain coming in. A triple kill being picked up by Dumb Thick. That's 2 members left for the side of Pillars, and that's going to be 4-2 so far, and they are going to make their way and probably pick up their first dragon of the game, and that was a great turnaround from from DePaul University. Sheesh.
Yeah, very just clean setup and change of the fight there for sure. You know, I don't even know what to say there. It was very just good teamwork there. Viego opting into use his ult to get away from the fight rather than throw himself at the low. I believe it was I'm not even sure which champ it was. All I know is someone was like really low. I believe it was the Senna actually, but
yeah,
I'm not for sure.
Hurricane, I believe. I mean, because the explosive cast threw them right in the middle. But one thing that I'm actually genuinely shocked over right now is the fact that Pillars has no Grievous wounds at all. 0. I mean, they have the Thorn or the Bramble Vest from New North, but I mean, that's not really on your biggest players. There's no Oblivion Orb on Kale. You have no Executioner's Calling on the Senna or the Vi. Like, they have to have something to stop the sustain from Raka and from Seraphine, and they have nothing for that.
Yeah, definitely would have been expecting to see a Thorn Mail coming through on the Arn. We do have a Bramble, but I mean, if you're not autoing the Ornn, then Bramble's not gonna do much. Of course, once you get Thornmail on the Ornn, you get that like 40% grievous wounds if you CC anyone.
That is very true. So let's see. You know, it's only 800 gold. I think it's totally worth it. Doesn't really throw off your build much. And it's imperative because you have two really strong healers. I mean, we saw Meow Meow and Alpha Katie. They're doing a great job on the sustain front. Absolutely. Keeping their teammates alive. So that's the only way to counter them. I expect to see a Mortal Reminder here soon. Or hopefully from Senna. On Hurricane, I mean. So let's see what they do. Oh no, Dumbthick is going to go ahead and try stopping Kaz from doing anything here. Nice Everfrost to keep them in place. Oh, an early ulti from Illuminous. That's kind of big. They're not going to have that set up here, and they're going to want to try to fight absolutely right now.
There's the next drag up here soon. I need to enable my...
about 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, they don't even have to fight here. They can just stay back, defend
the tower. Explosive Castle is going to go ahead and throw New North right into the middle of the action. Great sustain, but it's not going to be enough. The shields are coming through. Oh, flashes over the wall, but Boozy with a great boomerang to go ahead and pick up the kill on the New North there, and they are not stopping anytime soon. The Encore is going to go ahead and hit 3 members. The flash forward, nice knock up, comes in. It's going to be 3 members down from the side of Pillars, and they are not stopping. Yes, Chris getting taken down quite low, and now the minions are going to go ahead and come here. Tier 3 tower looking in a little bit of trouble. Might open up an inhib as well, but DePaul University now ahead for the first time this game, 15-14, and I just mean ahead in kills. They've been doing a great job macro-wise, like I said, the entirety of game number 1 here.
The Viego just definitely very strong point of the team, especially with his transfer. I don't know if you noticed, but he took the body of Tom Kench and he actually flash W'd. I'm trying to remember what his W is. It's the one where he dives to the ground and airbornes.
Yes.
But he flashed and he picked up the Senna and the Vi there, I believe, airborning them both. So they were just 2 free kills.
I think this is just a Grievous Wounds diff. They have nothing to stop the healing and the sustain coming in from the side of DePaul University. And it's like, they're just choosing not to.
Yeah, as well as DePaul also does have the strength from exhaust. So, you know, they can throw the exhaust on one of the hyper carries. We got like a Kale or the Senna, you know. So, that is another point, I feel like.
Good point, absolutely. And, you know, level 16 is just right around the corner. Hold on 1 second. Cease and desist is going to go ahead and land. Katie forced to flash as well. Great job to go ahead and get away from the cease and desist. And I think they're also just being a little bit too liberal with their ultis here. We saw Kale use her ultimate early on.
Oh, yeah.
And now we have the cease and desist being used, and those are still relatively high cooldowns at the moment. Chris also stepping up with absolutely no vision, and he's getting locked down quite heavily. He is a tanky boy, so he is able to make it out of there. But still, the full force of DePaul University.
A lot of tenacity as well. Right now, I believe he has 40 tenacity. Let me check. No, he only has 34. Because he gets 30 from Merc Treads, and then he gets 5 per legendary. But right now he only has 34. I guess it's because of his level. He's not getting the full tenacity yet.
Okay, it looks like the side of Pillars wants to start this Baron. They keep on taking the aggro here. Oh no, Hurricane is going to take one more Baron hit.
For the Ornhorn.
I don't know. Hurricane is not really in a position to be fighting, especially after taking those 3 autos. The Hex Dragon is available right now. This could put Pillars on Soul Point, or this could give the second one on over to DePaul University.
I think Viego will have it done before Vi can even get there, because she has to clear the mid-wave.
I agree. I agree 1000%.
We also see a Death Dance on Vi, and it looks like Viego's actually most likely going to be going for the Death Dance here, as we see a Chain Vest as well as a Caulfield's Warhammer picked up on him. So Death Dance, very nice item.
Yeah, I really like everything that's going on from DePaul University at the moment.
Yeah, Senna definitely not doing as well as she was initially. You know, she was 5-0, but since then has only gained assists and deaths as well.
That is very true, and Yeah, I mean, Ornn's really in a good position. Still has 200 gold shut down on him. They're going to go ahead and initiate. Oh, the root is not going to land, unfortunately, on to Dumbthick there. Does dash over the wall. The Ornn Horn is going to be popping. A great Hourglass is going to be used by Dumbthick. And there goes the healing. I know, like I said, they have no Grievous Wounds to stop any of that. Great flank from behind as well. Bolt is just going and doing an absolute decimating the front line of Pillars here, and that's going to be 2 members down, Illuminous and Neworth. That's going to be 3 kills, double kill picked up by Boozy, and that fight was turned around in an instant. They are, and they can. There is nothing that Pillars can do.
Also, I believe Soraka's ult ignores Grievous Wounds, if I'm not wrong. I believe it does.
Yeah, she can clear it, I believe, but they can just reapply it.
But still, just the amount of healing from Soraka's ult, Gragas went from practically dead to over half health. And I mean, it is just not looking favorable at the moment. Kayle definitely just needs to side lane a bit longer. You know, hit that 16, get that, like, Giga power spike, just like Yasuo after dying 10 times in lane. You know, we just need to see it, man.
We do. I mean, Pillars is #1, but right now, they're not looking like a #1 team. Bolt also making his way onto Chris here. I mean, he does have the Blade of the Ruined King in his disposal as well, so that tankiness is not going to be in Chris' favor. Meow Meow also waiting on the lower sides of the flank. Alpha Katie also waiting inside their own jungle of Pillars. They're just not safe anywhere currently.
Oh yeah, we saw the Rylionn actually get picked up here on Seraphine as well with that Leandry's, getting that good slow to help just keep them immobilized, locked down, slowed, so that the Sivir and just everyone else can help pick up kills.
Yeah, this is crazy. And a Chemtech Putrefier also being picked up by Meow Meow. I mean, she even has Grievous Wounds. And the only healing that they really have is from the Senna. I mean, I guess passive healing from Ornn and Tom as well, but not really a whole lot, so I'm just kind of shocked.
Yeah,
oh man, Dumbthick is just doing an insane amount of damage. There goes the ultimate coming in from Illuminous. The explosive cast not available for Dumbthick here. Flashes forward, gets the belly bump, and then picks up the kill on to Illuminous here. That's going to be 1 member down for the next 45 seconds, and they're looking to end this. They have the Baron that is going to be the tier 3 tower, and the inhib, just like you said. Yes, sir. Another inhib going down to the mid lane. Let's find out here.
Out, tier 2 in the bot lane, going for the tier 3. Oh, it looks like everyone's just going to rotate over there, grab that tier 3 turret, and then maybe grab that inhib.
Yeah, they are looking to open this up.
Supers. Gonna be scary, man. Yep, double super minions coming in.
Let's see.
I think we're near the end here. I mean, Kayle not doing the best. She's picking up Rabadons very soon, though. The next 1,300 gold, I'd say. Yeah, she does have the 2 needlessly large rods, so we'll definitely be seeing that Rabadon soon. And she is 15, so 1 level off that spike. She's gonna split top, just farm up with that side lane, you know. And then I feel like we'll be really starting to feel just the scalers in the game. Senna at 83 stacks right now as well, 84. So
yeah.
The tables might be turning here, but they're gonna have to turn soon, or else that's an interesting item name.
I mean, it might be a little too late for them to go ahead and do anything. Still no Grievous Wounds. We've been saying this for at least 15 minutes for the side of Pillars, and nothing so far. They have the Thornmail built on Christs. Yeah, that's great. And they have the Bramble onto New North here, but once again, if they're not hitting those people, it's not doing anything. It's not preventing anybody from doing anything. So all the damage from the Kayle, from the Senna, it's not stopping any of the healing that's going to be coming in from Meow Meow or from Alpha Katie.
Yeah. Hey, take a look at the name of Pack-a-Punch Eclipse. That's a pretty interesting name we got here.
Sigsy. Love that. And it looks like the 3rd Hextech is going to be going on over to DePaul University. I mean, that is the 3rd Hextech.
Man.
We might not even see a 4th one, to be honest, but that is 3 hexes. That's big.
Yeah, that is 18 ability haste and 18% attack speed.
Woo!
You know, that is a lot. That is a like 2 components each, so it's still very nice to see. I don't know, is Kale 16? Kale is in fact 16, and she has Rabadons. So let's see the fight here.
Well, let's see if it might be a little too late for that, though. Chris is going to get poked out just a little bit here. Oh, very nice. Double stun's going to be landing.
In a second, I feel like.
Hold on 1 second. I mean, yeah, Chris is trying to do what he can to absorb all this, but it's not going to be enough. The Ornhorn's going to get popped as well. Nice. It's going to land on 2 of the members here. The ultimate's going to be landing. Oh, but the Encore's going to go ahead and stop the engage here. Bolt is going to go ahead and try to go into the back line, but no, it is not going to be enough. Cease and desist is going to land on the Bougie, but both kills are going to go on over to Hurricane, and that is going to be 3 members down. A triple kill. Meow Meow now running for her life. Alpha Katie are the only ones left, and yes, the Supers are just doing work. Takes down both Nexus towers.
Their Nexus turrets from that. Oh my goodness. That is tragic, but that Kale, man, that Kale is strong. He's just melting through 3 people there. That would have been a full, clean team wipe if Ornn was able to connect his airborne there. But he was barely off hitting the remains of an inhibitor. It was close. It was tragic, but Ornn didn't even die. Wow. He is
close.
One tanky guy, bro. Let's check his stats right now. We got 5k health. We almost have 300 armor on him, and almost 200 magic resist. And I don't even know if he has conditioning. Let's see. He does not have conditioning. If he had conditioning, he'd have well over 300 of each, I believe.
Alright, let's see though. I mean, like you said, it might be the turn that they needed to go ahead and you know, lock in victory here for the side of Pillars, but I'm still a little bit cynical right now. I mean, they do finally have Grievous Wounds picked up on the Senna, so thank God.
Yeah, I feel like they're definitely going to be trying to force a Baron fight here. I mean, if they do, Gragas could backdoor. They do have 3 large minion waves coming in, so we have the super minions coming in. They are going to take the Baron here. If they take the Baron, they end the game with the amount of super minions they got.
Absolutely. You're definitely not wrong. I mean, they're trying to go ahead and keep them at bay, just like you said here, and this might be the final push that DePaul University needs to lock in game number 1.
And it was so beautifully done, you know. Seraphine was like, I'm doing okay in lane, you know. I got that CS lead, but I'm going to lag out. But she comes back and, you know, is turning the game around here. Just a lot of setup coming through from her, you know. We get the charms, we get the roots, we get that slow and that percentage health burn. And it's very nice to see, you know. We give the shields to the team and heal the team as well.
Yes, sir. Let's see.
So it looks like inhibs are back up as well.
Who would you be focusing, though, if you're on the side of Pillars here? I mean, you have to pick one person.
Kale.
Yeah.
You gotta kill Kale.
No. Pillars is Kale.
Oh, excuse me. Well, if you are on the side of Kale, you gotta be focusing. Oh man, definitely the Viego. Viego's their carry point, 100%. You know, his high damage. Oh, Ornn has no R for this fight.
Yep, neither does Hurricane. They both popped it a little bit too early. They just popped it just a few moments ago. So let's see if we're going to go ahead and have this team fight. Baron's only going to be at their disposal for the next couple of minutes here. So they're not really making a whole lot of use out of it. They almost got the inhib down there.
Time mid lane. Gragas is going to shove in the top wave. So we're going to be seeing 2 waves coming in. So the team's going to be forced to split if they want to defend an inhib. But yeah, Kale, still definitely something to be looking out for, because Kale, with that lethal tempo, with that Nashers, and that Void Staff, she's going to rip through everyone now, no matter what.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'm surprised we haven't seen Viego pick up a Hex Drinker yet for the Kale. But even then, I feel like it wouldn't much matter. It'd give him survivability of maybe 3 extra autos.
That is true.
We'll be seeing, possibly Soul get taken here. You know, we have everyone waiting in this bush. They're definitely lurking, to say the least, but I don't think it will be contested.
Oh no, and Dumb Thick. Oh, doesn't hit the Ornhorn, unfortunately. But the cease and desist is gonna go ahead and lock him down. He's gonna pop the Zonias just to give himself a little bit more time to waste, but
Why would they pop 2 ults for the Gragas?
I don't know, my friend. That's a good question. Hurricane almost has his ultimate back up as well, but still, that is not good. 2 very important ultimates, the Ornhorn and the Cease and Desist, but still relatively short cooldowns right now. You know, and they definitely don't want to fight a 4v5, that's for certain. So let's see if they're able to go ahead and secure it. And I apologize for the stream. It's going to be a slight black screen. You're going to see my screen, I believe. I have to exit out of this because it keeps on dropping the frames and it's annoying me. There you go. And we're back into the action. Sorry, everybody. There we go.
4 times Hexal, Ornn. Definitely Ornn and Kale, I feel like, but the Viego, I feel like, just trumps all of it, because, you know, Viego gets an assist kill on anyone, you know. He just grabs them, gets large amount of health back, plus Triumph healing. And, you know, he can utilize, everyone on that team has very good utilization, you know. You kill Ornn, you take Ornn, okay, Airborne, Brittle, and a slow. Brittle counts as an Airborne too, I believe. Vi dies, you know, the CC from Vi and the high damage. Kale, I mean, Kale's the best pick there out of everyone. Senna, you know, extra damage. TK, also extra CC. So, Viego definitely has a lot of options here. Kind of like how Silas does with a good team that has a lot of, like, nice ults, like a Hecarim and an Ornn. Stuff like that. Anything with good setup here. So,
yes,
Viego
sir.
really has, like, no wrong person to, like, grab. But definitely going to be seeing Kale get focused down. Sure, she's 2 and 6, but she's definitely the strongest on their team. With
how many
350 CS.
How many stacks on Hurricane?
Hurricane right now is at 128 stacks.
Sheesh!
And it looks like she might be finishing her item. Looks like, let's see here.
You could be right about that scaling portion. This might be, you know, the position that they need to be in. Level 18 on Kale already. 350 farm. You know, 700 gold shutdown just purely off the farming aspect. And, you know, going with the Zonias as well. They're not opting in for any Grievous Wounds at all. Giving all of that responsibility to everyone else. Which, you know, I can't complain with.
I feel like you don't need the Grievous on Kale. You just need all that damage, the pen, and then Hourglass.
Oh no, there goes the Ornhorn. Going to be popped. Meow Meow forced to flash out of it though. You know, flash is good to burn, especially this early. Hurricane and Krists both using their ultimates. Kaz, oh no, is going to be waiting onto the backline here. They did catch her out, so let's see if they're able to go ahead and maybe pick her off. But no, she's going to go ahead and queue through the walls and group back up with the team here. This is a very long game that I was not expecting to get to. I mean, DePaul really had the advantage for quite some time, and like you said, the scaling aspect of the side of Pillars for Kale and Center are just proving out to be a little bit too much for them to overcome.
Yeah, once we see that Ornhorn get popped, we get like 2 or more Airborns. At least if they CC the Viego, they win. That's just my personal take on the situation.
Yeah, you're not wrong. I mean, he is a lot of the damage coming in from the side of DePaul University. Chris running straight into the action, though. There goes Illuminus's ult to go ahead and keep his buddy alive, but now that's going to be down for this fight around Baron, so they can start it at any point in time. DePaul University is going to go ahead and dash forward. The Q's being charged up, and no, not going to turn around on that one. Oh, no, Dumpthick taking a little bit too much aggro there from Hurricane. The root's not going to land on anybody, unfortunately, and they are just... This is the battle of just who can poke down who and who's going to start what. That's really it.
Surprised we haven't actually seen, I don't know, like a Knight's Vow or a Warmogs picked up on the Ornn here either.
Oh,
especially with
DePaul University is going to go ahead and start at the Baron as well. The Ornhorn's going to go ahead and hit 3 members here, but no follow-up from the side of Pillars. And oh no, Krists is getting real low, forced to use the heal. Hurricane was. Now they still have a lot of good sustain on the side of DePaul University. None of the inhibs are hoping, but they are making their way to the Baron once again. Kaz and the rest of Pillars, though, have no vision onto the Baron. It's down to about 33% here. New North is not going to have any... vision available, and it looks like they will be picking up this Baron. Kaz, oh, I thought about it, but did not hop over the wall in time, and they are going to go ahead and take down the Baron. The Dragon's going to be up. Elder Soul is going to be up in about 50 seconds. So
I think
if
we'll
they
be
decide
seeing
to wait,
Gragas push out the top lane here. Quite possibly. Maybe not. Maybe he'll just go mid. I would have expected him to shove out the top lane just a bit, go to fight Elder, and while it's in the... Usually how it like escalates to where everyone's just waiting who's going to make the first move. That's usually when you see a lot of backdoors happen, you know.
absolutely.
Like as long as the top wave is shoved in, you know, it's like it forces the team to back or they'll just lose.
That is very true. And one more time, I apologize, everybody. We might see a little bit of a black screen before the team fight. Actually, no, I'm not going to do that just yet. The lag is killing me, though. I'm not going to lie. The little bit of a dropping frames here, but that is okay. All right, we do have the referee's going to get popped along with the Silver Ultimate as well. Chris and Kaz, oh no, is going to go. Oh, Hurricane is going to get caught out. That is big. That is one of their biggest damage members that's going to be taken out. Kaz here is just waiting on the flank, so Encore is going to go ahead and land on to Chris and to another member here, and they are just getting picked apart one by one. 3 members down from the side of Pillars, and this looks like this might be the end of Devour to go ahead and save Illuminous. Double kill, and that is going to be it, folks. That's going to be 4 members down from the side of Pillars, and DePaul University is now going to go ahead and take down the inhib. They don't have any of the Nexus Towers to worry about, and I feel like game number 1 does go on over safely to DePaul University, just like that. Just like that. Absolutely
incredible.
Incredible. Your lack of better words. That is a great word to use for game number 1 here. Finally got through that entire game. That was a 44-minute game, dude. 44 minutes. Insane. I mean, that's definitely not what I expected. I'm glad to have seen it. But hopefully game 2 and maybe game 3 will be a little bit quicker in that regard. But, you know, we are here for it. I'm definitely ready for a game 3. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get ready and set up for game number 2 for all you wonderful folks. Get the draft ready, so do not go anywhere. Currently, DePaul University leads the series 1-0 over Pillars. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back, all of you wonderful, wonderful people. It is your boy Rylionn and Noble here, giving you all the action for tonight's DSS game. And boy, game number one was a long banger. You know, definitely was a great game, but definitely not what I expected. If you guys bet on DePaul University, you just won a buttload of points there. So congratulations to all of you there.
I did.
And Noble's one of those recipients as well. But I know you guys can tell here, the draft has already started here for game number 2. Let's go ahead and give that pulled up for you all. DePaul University is going to go ahead and pick up the Viego. The Fiora they're opting in for this time instead of the Gragas. And then Seraphine once again going into the mid lane. They banned out the Darius, the Twitch, the Ahri, and the Karma. And then for the side of Pillars, we do have a little bit of a roster lineup change. New North, who was the support, is going to be exchanged out there for Japper. And we have Lilia being picked up, Mordekaiser, and Vladimir. They're going to go ahead and ban out the Lulu, the Raka, the Zeri, the Sivir, and the Zaya. So, two pretty key components of DePaul University's squad last game have been banned out. And, DePaul University went ahead, they've taken a very interesting, with they're really focusing down the support player here. So the Sona and the Karma, both really strong right now. I have seen and I have read up on that. It's been pretty much like brain dead. And the Yuumi, getting picked up here. So lots of healing once again from the side of DePaul University. And I don't know. After last game, I'm kind of a little bit worried. I don't know if they're going to be picking up any grievous wounds early on. I'm not entirely sure. I did go ahead and pay out the points as well to all you wonderful folks. And with game 2 being brought up here, Noble, who do you think is going to be taking home game number 2 here between DePaul and Pillars?
Well, real quick in the chat, someone brought up Pillars can flex Mord jungle and Lilia top, and I completely agree because Mord loses fairly hard to Fiora. So, I feel like that is definitely a possibility. The not Viego, sorry, the Vladimir pick. I hate Vladimir. He's so strong. He gets to late game and he just blows you up and you're just dead. So, there's that, as well as Viego we're seeing again. Definitely going to be good against anyone who gets fed and manages to die. Viego just stealing them, using their items against them.
Oh, yeah.
We do see Samira with a Rakan. I know Rakan's a really good support. I personally don't like him, at least from my support, unless I'm playing Zaya. But
that's true.
Other than that, I usually see a Nautilus with a Samira. So that's my personal take with the Samira, at least. We also have the Yuumi, so it's like the lesser of evils. I don't even know if that's true. But they did ban Soraka and they ended up with Yuumi, so. They can't ban everything, They wanted to ban Zeri and Lulu again for sure, because those are cringe champs. But they opted in to ban Soraka this time, and now have to face the Yuumi. So
I know Mustard Cat must be very happy right now seeing another Yuumi player, on the Rift here. So I can't say I can argue with that. I love playing with Yuumis, and Mustard Cat has definitely changed my mind to those kinds of champions here, but. It is interesting to see, and with the predictions and everything, which are live, by the way, so drop your channel points here. I mean, DePaul University definitely had a little bit of a rough start, but they buckled down, did exactly what they needed to, and for the entirety of that game, even though they were down in kills for a good portion of it, the macro play was absolutely immaculate. They had like 5 or 6 towers by the time I believe that Pillars even took down their first one. They had both Rift Heralds also. The first 2 dragons did go on over to Pillars here, but they picked up 4 Hex Dragons in a row. They got the Hex Soul.
Oh, yeah, the Hex Drags definitely set them up. I believe it is, 24 extra attack speed as well as 24 ability haste. That's a decent amount of both attack speed and ability haste to gain, as well as the static Shiv passive.
Yeah. And hold on one second. No ADC on the side of DePaul. It could be a Kayle bot lane with the Yuumi.
I feel like we'll be seeing APC Seraphine along with Yuumi.
Possibly.
They'll definitely be playing safer, to say the least. But the Samira win wall definitely going to be an issue if it is Seraphine bot lane.
Very true.
So,
very true.
I definitely feel like we'll be seeing Mordekaiser jungle here. Personally, that because Mord against Fiora, as long as you have good MS, you can completely counter the Mord. Mord R, you just repost. Same with the E, but usually uh pre 6, you use your repost for Mord E or to block his damage.
Absolutely. I
And
mean,
it's yeah.
it is going to be good. I like the few changes that they made here on the side of pillars. Like you said, Vladimir is just one of those ridiculous champions here.
Yeah.
That especially late game Samira also could pop off. And it looks like actually we are going to be seeing the Seraphine Yumi bot lane duo, Kale in the mid, and then of course Fiora in the top lane here. So drop your channel points. Let us know who you think is going to be the winners of game number 2. Is DePaul University going to go ahead and 2-0 over Pillars, the number 1 champion currently in Division 2? Or is Pillars going to go ahead and lock it down and we could possibly see a game 3? We'll have to find out in just a couple of minutes here. But with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get ready for this in-game delay. We're only going to be on a short little intermission. It will not be the full 10 minutes. I know that's what the timer will say because, well, that's just default. But I'm not going to go ahead. I'll put it up for a 5-minute timer actually this time. So that way you guys aren't waiting too long here. But do not go anywhere, though. We'll be back with some pretty bangerific action between DePaul University, who currently leads the series 1-0 over Pillars. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. right. Oh, my apologies. Oh, I got to count down. We're at 11 seconds, my friend. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, 3, 2, 1. On pause. 12,
11,
13.
12, 13.
All right, that's all right. We have a little bit of sound delay, but that's all right. We're all here now, and you guys got to witness that wonderful moment. I didn't mean to go live as early as I did, but hey, sometimes you just got to roll with it. My apologies. But here we go. So, yes, we are back at it. It is your boy Rylionn and Noble here, bringing you the action. Game number 2 in the DSS. DePaul University versus Pillars. DePaul currently leads the series 1-0 over Pillars here, but with the slight changes, let's see if they're able to go ahead and even up the score or not. Chris and Dumptic already going at it hardcore into the top lane here. That passive working pretty
Darius
well.
wins this because of Conk, I feel like. You know, he does get a lot of damage in.
You mean Mordekaiser? You got Darius on the mind.
Sorry. I wish it was Darius. You know, I'd love to see a Darius, man. I was just thinking, I was like, next game, they got to pick Darius, man. If it doesn't get banned, you know, I don't know. Darius is one of my favorite champions. I just like his full kit, you know.
Understandable.
Oh yeah, no, Mord with the Conk. I mean, Fiora, very strong with Grasp. That initially when I was learning Fiora like a year ago, I went with Grasp on her because it felt better. I didn't like taking extended fights because, you know, Gore Drinker didn't have Omnivamp back then.
That's true.
But I mean now, you know, she just builds Hull Breaker, Gore Drinker, Essence Reaver, and, you know, just 1v9s, and it's stupid. Because she has Grasp, and she 1v9s with it, it's insane.
Well, one thing that I kind of like is the fact that Alpha Katie opted from the Seraphine to now more aggressive mid lane. And hold on one second, Jabber here, engaging onto Boozy and onto Meow Meow here, and now her name fits the character a little bit more, I'm not going to lie. And Chris is just getting taken apart piece by Dumptic here on the Fiora. I also really like the Fiora change in the top lane here. Moving in from the Gragas. I'm not saying that they did bad on Gragas. Dumptic was a fantastic Gragas player last game. Ridiculous. Setting up with the explosive
very good setup
casts.
there, yeah, with the exploding casts.
Absolutely.
And the, whatever his belly bump is W? No, his E, I believe.
Correct. Yeah, this is pretty
Fiora,
big.
statistically, Fiora is a counter to Mord because of her repost. Yes. As well as her win rates against Mord are higher than any other champ against Mord. Specifically because of her kit.
I mean, it also depends on the player's capability of the champions, and Dumptic, you know.
That as well. As well as, you know, MS.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. And great engage here on the Meow Meow from Hurricane and Jabber here. The exhaust going to be taking him down. One tower hit gets Jabber down a little bit too close for comfort. Forced to flash and burn the ignite as well. Illuminous now in a 2v1 situation. Kaz trying to go ahead and save his friend. There goes the stun. Oh, the pull though to go ahead and save it. Let's see if the red's going to be enough from Kaz to flash forward. And that is going to be a nice run from Illuminous. Katie though is going to go ahead and take down Illuminous as well, but the slows, let's see, Kaz.
Extended fight, that's all she can do is auto. She shouldn't have tried to run. You can't run from a Lilia, you know, especially when you're out of mana. All you can do, since you have lethal tempo, that's your best fighting chance, is just lethal tempo auto, and the Fiora is just going to be that mean, nasty, horrible human being. I don't even know if I can consider them a human at that point. How they're acting. Ugh.
I mean, Kaz, though, picking up both kills is really good, you know, for Lilia and the side of Pillars. Already making his way to the top lane as well, hitting that Q, getting a little bit of that speed boost there.
Chug it away.
Yeah, she has the repost. She has the dash to go ahead and dodge the snowball there. So, still good move from Kaz. Picks up double buffs again, even though they already had the double buffs to begin with, just getting a nice little reset there. And then
she's going at the early back now. She'll probably be able to get another good gank again, but she might, since she does have the gold, I feel like she'll try to get a gank and then reset, because she does have the ability to buy boots now, I believe. Yes, she can afford, she has a 1600 gold, almost 1700. After she got the Krugs, 1700 gold already at almost 5 minutes.
Whew. Ridiculous. I mean, that's the position you want to be in as Pillars. You know, being down 2-1, you need every advantage that you can get, because you definitely don't want to get too owed. I know they're sitting pretty comfortably in first place, so they're not going to be knocked out of the top spots here. And hold on one second. Nice engage again coming in from Jabber onto Boozy. And Boozy is just getting beaten up. But with the heals
yeah.
constantly coming in from Meow Meow and Boozy themselves, they're able to stay in lane and they don't have to back or anything. So I do like that.
Surprised they opted in for the Ignite on the Yuumi and the Exhaust on Seraphine instead of the other way around. Just personally, I find it better to switch it up so just to ensure that the ADC, or APC in this case, gets the kills.
Okay, good point, good point. And Magic, you're not wrong. Boozy just has to not feed the lane here. And at the rate that we're going, I mean, Jabber's doing a really good job of getting these engages and these knockups here onto Boozy and onto Meow Meow. So, you know, later in game, this is going to be proving quite difficult for them to go up against. And hold on 1 second. The pool's going to be used a little bit too early here. Nice timing from Bolt there. And the directed camera makes our way to the top lane here. So it looks like Illuminous is going to be able to get out, meet up with Kaz into the jungle. The bot lane from Pillars is going to go ahead and make their way up towards the Dragon as well. It looks like we might have an early Ocean Drag picked up for the side of Pillars.
Definitely would have liked to see a cloth armor rush to go into Bramble right away on the Mordekaiser. Personally, against this matchup of Fiora, not only is she just normally super healthy champ, but her with Grasp, you know, she's constantly poking you for that extra free damage, as well as, you know, she's getting the adaptive damage from Grasp, her Q, the Vitals. Oh, did she lag out? Nope, she's just sitting there.
Nope, just in there. I think that was just like a fortunate Q. All right, the realm is...
Yep,
oh, hold on 1 second. Great, perfect reflex timing from Dumpthick to counter the ultimate. And the Divine Judgment also being utilized. But nope, neither one of them are able to effectively use their ult. I mean, that was a great reflex coming in from Dumpthick to counter that. I mean, literally impeccable timing.
Oh yeah, it's all about MS gap at this point in this matchup. If the Fiora has good MS, she should not in any sort of way lose to the Mordekaiser.
Absolutely, and I think that they do. I think their ping is really, really low for those of you that don't know what MS is, just in case. I believe you do though. But yeah, still great looks. 2-1, relatively slower game than we saw last game, but last game was also a 45-minute game, so.
True, yeah.
We might be in for the long haul again.
Another scalar game, I feel like. You know, we got the Seraphine, the Kale, the Vlad, the Lilia. So definitely something to be waiting for. Even the Fiora has really just annoying late game scaling.
Oh yeah.
And I mean, I can understand not picking up the Bramble because, you know, Fiora does do a fair amount of percentage health true damage.
Oh, hold on 1 second. Dumpthing's gonna go ahead and pop the blasting cone over the wall, and a nice shutdown is gonna get picked up by Balt here. Chris is gonna be the other one that's gonna be locked down, and Fiora or Dumpthing is gonna be getting that one 1-for-1. That's gonna put DePaul University in the lead there, and just like that, that slight even time that we had in the top lane given right on over to Fiora, which is not
what
good
Pillars
for
wants. Not at all.
Definitely not.
We'll see a Blasting Wand get picked up by the Mordekaiser here, as well as 2 control wards, a man after my own heart. I personally, I always have control wards on me. I'm the kind of person who wastes my money on them. But vision is important, especially in top lane. You know, because unless you're someone who can 2v1 really well and, you know, lane better against 2 people than 1 person's, you know, such as Darius.
Right.
You definitely want to know if someone's coming in.
Or Alawi or someone like that.
Oh my gosh, yeah, Alawi too. I actually have started learning her recently. She is really good, in my opinion.
I do like the Alawi quite a bit. She's one of my favorite top laners whenever I do get auto-filled there. That and Heimerdinger as well. I love it. Alright, the quickness being popped by Jabber here. Very nice. The charm is going to land along with the knockup. Kaz also going to be making their way. The Lullaby is going to be popped as well. We do have a teleport coming in from Alpha Katie here. 1 tower hit's going to go on over to Kaz along with the Ignite getting quite low. Forced to flash into the wall, into the river. And, you know, with that movement speed boost that she gets, and out she goes. Kaz almost able to pick it up, but not quite. Yeah. Great reaction, great callouts from DePaul. They've been having wonderful, wonderful callouts the entirety of the series so far. And hold on 1 second, 3 members from the side of DePaul also might be catching out Jabber, but a great dash is going to go ahead and get him out of there, but he is going to fall. The Encore is going to hit on the Jabber. Illuminous is going to go ahead and back off with the dash on over. That's going to leave Illuminous in a 4v1 action. The Hemo Plague is not available, already been utilized here. Hurricane's going to go ahead and pick up the kill on the Alpha Katie. That's going to be another kill picked up. That's going to be 2 for 1 so far. Bolt is going to pick up the kill on the Hurricane. Turns on over to Jabber. Jabber's going to get taken down as well. 2 members down. It's a 2v2 now. Bolt looking really low. Uses the ulti to escape here. Boozy trying to get away, but Kaz is saying, get back over here. Slapped harder than a bag of rice in the grocery store. 3 for 2 overall. Even now, 5-5, and the gold slightly ahead in Pillar's favor.
Looks like we'll most likely be seeing Gore Drinker as the first item for Fiora, I believe. Actually, I'd say most likely still. I mean, she could opt in for Ravenous Hydra. That is a very good item to start with. Not as much as it used to be, since Gore Drinker does give the Omnivamp now. I don't think she's going Essence Reaver yet. We don't see that Sheen. Yep, there we go. Iron Spike Whip. So, yep, and the Coalfield's Warhammer. So she is going to be opting in for that Gore Drinker here. Lilia, 4-1, just gonna keep getting stronger.
Woo.
Hate
that
to see
is
it.
kind of big. Alpha Katie, though, is going to be finding herself in a 3v1. The quickness getting popped again, but the ulti is also going to be popped by Alpha Katie. That Divine Judgment is just too good to go ahead and stop that. That is Kale's ulti, right? Divine Judgment, not...
Yes, that is correct.
All right. I said that for a Fiora's ulti, but that's not correct.
I believe it's... Is it Duelist Stance? No, it's Grand Challenge.
Grand Challenge, thank you. Alrighty here, but yeah, no, looking really good, really even. I mean, DePaul University still holding on, doing a fantastic job just like they did, trying to carry that momentum from game number 1. Pillars trying not to get too owed here, and nice flash coming in from Alpha Katie. Chris is going to go ahead and roam down to mid lane to try to provide some kind of pressure here, where they can stop the farming Kale. The second dragon going on over to Pillars, just like we saw last game. You know, picked up the first 2 dragons, and we are going to have another Hex Dragon soul for this game as well. This is where they thrived, DePaul University, last game. So let's see if they're able to repeat that same success.
I'm still kind of surprised Fiora opted in for Inspiration here. I actually want to check her around. She has Magical Footwear, but what's the other? She went for Biscuits. I don't know, I find that surprising.
Yeah, I would have went for the ability haste aspect if you're gonna go with inspiration on that one.
Personally, I wouldn't have gone inspiration at all on her. Looks like we might see Realm of Death here. Realm of Death here.
He's waiting to get that. Yep, there we go. That's what he was waiting for.
He could flash R here, but
yep, Kaz making a way into the lane as well. All right, dash it forward. Jabber also making the way. Flashes though out a bit. Dumb thick. You know. Getting taken down a little bit here. Chris is able to go ahead and farm up a little bit safer. Bolt waiting in the wings of their own jungle.
Collapse on Viego? No, Viego's gonna back off.
Okay, Alpha Katie doing... I mean, level 9 KO is still pretty strong. After level 6, it just becomes a different story. You know what I mean?
Personally, once she gets Nashor's Tooth or 11 is when she starts spiking pretty well, I'd say. Right. Her 6 is alright, but at least...
Oh, hold on, the quickness being popped once again. Oh, doesn't land, but the slow is going to give him just enough time. Alpha Katie getting really low. The Divine Judgment not up just yet, but Jabber unfortunately getting the kill onto Alpha Katie there. Not the right person, but hey, a kill's a kill at the moment. Meanwhile, we do have Bolt making their way into the mid lane here, and... Not that they were going to try to follow up with some kind of fight action, but not into a 3v1.
Looks like we'll be seeing Hextech Pro Belt here on Vlad. That is most likely what he's building. I doubt he's going to be going with a Night Harvester. As well as we have pretty standard itemizations here. We're going to have the Riftmaker rush here on Mord. I've actually been seeing a lot of Scepter rush on Mord lately.
Ooh. Bolt is, I think, a really big win condition right now for the side of DePaul. And, you know, 2-1-3, 94 farm. You know, even though Kaz is 4-1-2, I mean, still, he does a lot of damage on this Viego. We saw that last game, and he's just proven to be a menace this game as well.
But he is down in the objectives. What's the next drag to come up here?
There's going to be about 2 minutes 15 seconds for the Infernal Drake. Oh, I'm sorry, it's not Infernal. It's a Hex Tech.
Hex Drake. Wow. Yeah. I wonder if we'll be seeing another a 4-0 Hex Drake. You know.
We did see that. It's possible. It is definitely possible. But I think they wised up a little bit to that and don't want to be giving that again.
Yeah,
on
don't want to give up those drags, especially the Hex Drakes, man. The auto speed, the ability haste. Not something to mess around with, especially when you have people who can utilize the improved cooldowns and auto speed both at the same time, such as Viego.
That is true. And Kale.
Yeah, Kale as well, but Kale has swap sides this time, so it's definitely something to look out for.
Absolutely. And Jabber and Kaz are waiting to go ahead and flank. The quickness is going to go ahead and get hit popped again as well. Oh and that is a poor Alpha Katie. There goes a Divine Judgment to try to stop something, but it's not going to be enough. And Kaz, with the burn, is going to go ahead and move on up there with another kill. Nice EQ combo from Chris, but Bolt is there waiting in the flanks as well. The Death Realm is going to be popped here, but it doesn't matter. There goes the ultimate. Oh, the flash from Bolt. Unfortunately, yeah, is it going to be enough? The passive? No! Barely! By a sliver of health. And meanwhile, in the bottom lane, we have another 2v2 action going on as well. There goes the ultimate from Meow Meow and from Boozy to go ahead and stop. There's the ultimate to be popped by Hurricane, the trigger, but no kills given to either one of them. They just went back and forth, and DePaul's going to go ahead and get the first tower in the top lane. So, a lot of repeated things that we saw once again from last game. Do have a few slight changes, though. First tower going on over to DePaul University, and they're picking up the first Rift Herald of the game as well. So, I like this coming
actually has something to say about that.
Yes, he does, catching him out on the ward. And yeah, nice little 300 gold bounty going on over to Illuminous there. And that is not who they want. 7 stacks currently on the Dark Seal. That's really big at 16 minutes.
I wonder if he's going to go Chad mode here and pick up a Medjai's.
Oh, absolutely. But we've seen that, happen before where they did play it a little bit too safe because they didn't want to lose their stacks. Have this Kyber Ward kind of play. But hold on 1 second here. Dumpdick making the way into the mid lane. He's going to go ahead and get caught out. The Repose is going to go ahead and stop, though, Jabber from doing anything. The quickness isn't available for just a couple more seconds. But let's see if they're going to go ahead and do a repeated gank here. The other side, or the other half, I should say, of DePaul University trying to make their way and set up for this Hex Drake. Illuminous getting zoned out quite heavily here. The teleport coming through from Chris in the background here, and that's going to be Hurricane's going to take down Bolt. Very nice move. Dumpdick is the next one on the target there, but the Yumi is going to go ahead and take a lot of the sustain, but it doesn't matter. Down goes Katie, Bolt, and Boozy. 3 members down, and this is going to be a free Drake. This is going to be the 3rd one now, given on over to DePaul University, putting them on Soul Point. A lot different than we saw game number 1 coming in from Pillars here.
We also see the Fiora picking up one of my personal favorite items here.
What would that be?
Currently her component is a Hex Drinker.
Oh, okay, the Maw.
Yes, sir. I love that item. Very nice, because I hate AP champs, mainly because I can't dodge skill shots. My excuse is that I play on high MS, so... I mean, so you will. 70's it's fairly hard to dodge some stuff, in my opinion. But anyways... we see 10 stacks now on the Vlad for Dark Seal. And Vlad is definitely picking up those kills here, getting a lot of gold. And that's something to worry about, especially on Vlad.
And picking up the Oblivion Orb. Early Grievous Wounds to counter the Yumi, the Kale, and the Seraphine. I like that from Illuminous. Thank you so much for picking up this early Grievous Wounds, because that's not what y'all did last game at all.
Surprising that it went on to Vlad out of everyone there, though.
Well, he is going to be in the middle of it quite often, and he can hit everybody at once, so I do like that look coming in from Illuminous.
I do feel like it's better utilized on Lilia, though, because of the Leandries and the burn. Because usually when you see Vlad, you see him rush Pro Belt into... Death Cap, and then usually into, I believe is it Cosmic Drive? I don't know if that's the right item or not. But when you gain like 40 AP when you enter combat with a champion.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, definitely it's up to them at this point. Maybe they thought, hey, we didn't have enough, last time. So just to ensure, we're going to go ahead and start building it on everybody. And with Vlad being kind of like in the best position at the moment. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I take that back. Kaz is in the best position. You're right. Lilia would be the best one currently. But maybe they have a certain build order in mind, with being as far ahead as they are. They don't want to, throw off the feng shui or something. Who knows?
I can understand that for sure.
Well, let's see here.
Lord,
we have Bolt
finally
and
finishing
Advocated.
Riftmaker as well.
All right. If you're Christs, Mordekaiser, if you're Christs, would you want to stick to the side lane and try split pushing for a good majority of this game, or
You gotta
are we?
counter the Fiora.
Hold on one second.
Split.
He is gonna be caught out. Is he gonna make it to the? Oh no, he's not. He's not able to go ahead and make it there. Nice blasting cone, though, to go ahead and get over, but he's going to walk right into the hands of Alpha Katie. The ulti over the wall from Chris, bringing himself into the death realm. The quickness also trying to go ahead and stop him here. Bolt is going to get taken down quite low. Great move. Chris is actually going to go ahead and take down Bolt. Great job. They're going to go ahead and focus now onto Alpha Katie. Alpha Katie's going to go ahead and get lullabied. Rock to sleep. Down you go. Jump Thick also trying to do what they can, but is it going to be enough? No. We have the trigger being pulled by Samir, but that is going to be one member down. Down goes Jabber onto Dump Thick. Yumi doing a great job trying to go ahead and keep the sustain up. Illuminous also, meanwhile, on the top side, fighting underneath that tier 1 tower, and that is going to be 2 for 2 in that fight near the bot lane. They turned a bad situation into a decent one there. Great job. Great gameplay from Chris.
Yeah, definitely very nice gameplay here. Love to see the Mord, just turn that fight on the Viego in the Death Realm. Beautiful, beautiful work there, in my opinion. I thought that was great, especially since Viego did have Bork and Wit's End already. So, definitely doing strong against Mord. I don't even think Mord had Bramble Vest just yet. I know he was sitting on 2 cloth armors previously. But, yeah. Actually, we see Collector get picked up as well by the Samira. So we see our typical item build for the most part. We actually see Battle Song on Yuumi. I don't know how often you build that on Yuumi. I usually see what is it? It's not Staff of Flowing Water. That is one of the things I feel like you see on her, but the Mythic.
Ooh. Jabber looking a little bit rough right now. Does do the double dash. The ultimate's going to go ahead and get popped here. Dump Thick is going to go ahead and find themselves in a 3v1 situation. Dashes onto the backline here. Jabber looking really low, but it doesn't matter. The Death Realm is going to get popped onto Dump Thick as well. Down goes Yuumi. The Lullaby is going to go ahead and put them to sleep, but Dump Thick staying alive. Not for long, though. Double kill, triple kill going to be picked up by Hurricane. Quadra kill given on over to Hurricane. And what a turnaround. Great job from Pillars to turn that fight 8-17, ahead by 4K gold. They're saying you are not going to 2-0 us just yet. We are here to say, yeah, and a Soul, 23 minutes, a much faster paced game than we saw in game number 1. Wow, great moves. Great job from Jabber setting them up, luring in both Alpha Katie, not Alpha Katie, Dump Thick, and Meow Meow there. Great job from Pillars.
As well by the Mord. I believe it was, Death's Grasp? Yeah. That's what it is. Mordekaiser E, he pulled, I don't remember exactly who he pulled in, but he got 2 people with it. Pulling him into his passive, taking that damage, and then landing his Obliterate, I believe it is. His Q. So, definitely getting some good damage in there, surviving, and, just setting up his team quite well. And, this is a very early Soul, too. Usually here, we don't see Soul grab, usually this fast. 20-something minutes in, and Hex Soul is taken already. So we'll be seeing an Elder here in the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's kind of insane. They learned from their mistakes last game. They definitely wanted to go ahead and, make sure that the Hex Soul was picked up by them this time because it's very beneficial. It's obviously beneficial to everybody, but, they definitely want to utilize it this time. They had a good lead last time with the 2 dragons in game 1. Didn't pick up a single one after that. And they're executing so well. The call-outs, the macro play from Pillars is just immaculate at the moment. Okay, sorry about that. I had to get a sip of the Red Bull here. The tier 1 mid tower is going to go ahead and be falling. I like the fact that they're going and taking down these towers as well. This is something a little bit different. They were a little bit slow on the tower takedowns last game, but you know, they took tier 1 top, now they took the tier 1 mid. Now only 2 towers have been taken from the side of DePaul. That's a big change of pace that we saw last time. You know, they were already at like 6 towers at this point, providing so much macro pressure, which allowed them to go ahead and secure those dragons, the Rift Scuttles, and the Barons eventually as well.
Oh yeah, definitely been seeing a lot better plays this game, you know. A lot of games that I've noticed, sure, people might have like good kills and such, but the lack of taking towers definitely has a high impact on just overall game near the mid and late game, from what I've noticed at least, you know.
Yes, sir.
A lot of games where I've seen maybe only 1 tower taken, and that was, you know, me taking the enemy tower in top lane. Usually my team falls behind fairly quickly, and we crumble. Because, you know, the minions aren't shoving, so, you know, they're always shoving in on us, so we're losing towers, being forced to defend instead of get objectives. And
Yes,
we have less of a safety net, you know?
Absolutely. You're not wrong here, Chris. And Dumpthick going at it in the bot lane here. The Death Round's going to go ahead and get popped early, so that way they don't have time to go ahead and activate the repulse, but I don't think it's going to matter here. The ultimate is going to get popped from Dumpthick as well. Forced to flash out of it. Nice E to go ahead and pull them back, but they are going to go ahead and start the Baron as well on the side of Pillars. And, you know, it's going to be a 4v4 here in the top lane. They are taking it down quite aptly. There goes the Lullaby. It's going to go ahead and put Alpha Katie to sleep. The Encore is going to go ahead and hit 4 members, though. Kaz is going to be forced to pop the Zonias a little bit early here. Luminous looking really low, but great double kill going to get picked up. And all 4 members are going to go down on the side of DePaul University. Pillars just holding on and absolutely decimating now. Moving on to the Baron. Jabber getting a little bit low. Trying to tank a little bit too much. Oh! Nope. Stays with a sliver of health. Man, that was close. You were close, Jabber.
Very close.
Oh my goodness.
Healing off of his red buff, getting a lot of health back.
Sheesh. They showed up for game number 2. They were like, we're not 2-0. We're number 1 in this division for a reason. Y'all better respect us.
Yeah, here we go. We see the Cosmic Drive. Okay, so I was correct here on the Vladimir. And he has a needlessly large rod. I assume he's going to be building Death Cap next. But yeah, they're definitely playing off their strengths. Ward grabbing Ryli's Crystal Scepter here to, you know, help CC everyone, lock down the Viego better, the Fiora, just overall everyone. Like what we saw with the Seraphine last game where she went Leandri's into Rylai's to get that good slow on everyone.
Absolutely.
Because it's another support setup.
Katie forced the flash as well. Nice E to go ahead and lock it down. There we go in the top lane. We have Illuminous who popped the Hex Tech and popped the E as well. Alpha Katie just getting taken down. Absolutely getting just steamrolled this game. A lot different than we saw from game number 1 here for Alpha Katie here. They went ahead and took down the tier 1 bot lane tower as well, making the way with the empowered minions from Baron. Going and trying to just siege down the bot lane. This tier 2 mid tower, or bot tower, is holding on, but they are going through it quite quickly. Illuminous doing everything underneath tower, not giving a care in the world.
Is getting poked out like crazy under this tower, man. Personally, I don't know if Death Dance, trying to build Death Dance second after grabbing a Hex Drinker was really worth it. Maybe if she rushed like a Hull Breaker second item and just perma-split.
Oh, the Lullaby's going to go and hit Dumpthick on the bot lane here. Nice quickness and dash forward. And a Bolt's going to go in and pick up Jabber, though. That's going to be 1 for 0 so far. That's another shutdown, and that's going to be on Illuminous. That's 3 members down now for the side of Pillars. They went a little bit too hard in the paint. Chris is going to be the 4th member there. Hurricane was not a part of the action.
Mistakes were made. Elder is up in 15 seconds.
That's definitely not good. Not good. Hurricane might be able to go ahead and pull out something, but a 1v4 with no other support, I don't know if that Hurricane's going to be able to pull that out.
She cannot contest this Elder. Definitely not. She's just going to have to, like, shove out the mid lane. But even then, it probably won't prove to be fruitful at all. Just grab that CS and get out of there. They're going to drain this Elder before anyone can even get there.
I don't know why they went so hard in the paint underneath the tower. They had the
went so deep. It was
they
it
had
was
the Baron.
close too. It was very close, but it definitely was not the move, especially against a Seraphine, Yumi, Kale, Viego, Fiora, all under their towers. You know, because we even saw the Mordekaiser. He was under the Nexus turrets.
Absolutely.
And everyone else was under like the tier 3 turrets.
Yep.
And you have a lot of CC and survivability here from the healing and the shields from the Seraphine, the healing from the Yumi, and just, you know, Fiora's overall base healing from her passive as well as her ultimate and Gore Drinker, Viego's flat healing from both Conk as well as Bork and Divine Sunder. There's a lot of healing here. Even on the Kale from Riftmaker, she gets a good amount of healing. It definitely was not the best idea to tower dive there.
No, definitely not the best. I mean, you know, they had every advantage in the book right now, and this could be the straw that breaks the camel's back.
Yeah.
I mean, they definitely don't want to be fighting in these 5v5s, especially with the Elder Drake being in the hands of DePaul University. They are a little bit stronger. Kale is almost at that level 16 mark,
at 15
so
right now.
You know, one more level and she becomes a completely different champion, man.
Oh yeah, she becomes more than just a champion at that point. She goes from a non-champion to a broken champion. It's all about them scaling AP champs, man. Their task is to survive. That's all you have to do.
That is true. Vigar being in that category as well.
Oh my gosh, dude. You build 2 damage items and build nothing but resistance after that.
And you're just good. Infinite scaling.
Literally, you know, Vigar with Death Cap and what's the other item? Everfrost is usually that's what I like to build on them. I also like Ludens.
Ludens is good. I mean, you could build a Void Staff if you really wanted to, just to get that little extra oomph in your step.
You could,
but you know, Zonia's
it's not necessary just because of the sheer amount of ability power you have.
Right.
Like, once you get Death Cap, you know, you're usually already at, like, 200, 300 stacks.
That's true.
And so you're at, like, 800 AP off of that. And it's like, wow. Most mages, this is considered fully built. And so it's like, I could either build more damage. Me, personally, I find that kind of stupid. I'd rather build resistance on them.
Understandable.
And so, you know, I pick up, like, a Warmog's, you know, like, Frozen Heart, get that mana and that armor. Like, overall, just survivability. You get that resistance and health. Assassins can't do anything to you.
Right.
And, you know, you take, like, a conditioning, and you have a lot of armor, a lot of health. You're not getting blown up.
That is true. I cannot argue with any of that logic, and quote me if I'm wrong, but I believe the Elder buff has ran out on the side of DePaul University, and Baron's going to be up within the next 10 seconds, so this could be the make or break fight here. Jabber is looking, you know, trying to get a little bit deep vision. Boozy also making his way. Illuminous, though, stepping in the middle of the action. The Hemoplex is going to get popped as well. Very nice fight. It's going to be starting. DePaul University, that's going to be 1, 2 members down, 3 members down, 4 members down. That's going to be a double kill given on over to Chris.
This is
and I think that they're not even going to try to go for the Baron. They want to end this.
I don't know why Mort is trying to fight this either, Mort. Get out of there.
Yeah, definitely don't want to be fighting against Alpha Katie here. Jabber and Chris are just trying to keep the attention. They only have a couple of minions available. Jabber's going to go ahead and hop over the wall there, but they know that Kale can go ahead and just walk through that, right? I guess not, but I don't know if it's going to be enough here. They're going to go ahead and focus their attention. The Divine Judgment is going to go ahead and get popped as well, and it's not going to be enough. Ace picked up by Hurricane, and that is it. We are going to see game number 3 Noble, and yeah, is all she wrote here for DePaul University. Pillars is going to go ahead and make their way.
Here in a second, my client freezes my Discord sometimes.
Happens to me too, my friend, but that was a great comeback game for Pillars here. Now we're going to even up the series 1-1. We're going to move to a game 3. Do not go anywhere, though. We're going to go ahead and get set up. We're going to be on a very, very short break, so do not touch those dials. If you got, you know, anything else going on, drop it. You're going to want to watch this game and finish it out to the end. So give us just a couple of minutes, though. We'll be right back when we set up. Do not go anywhere. It is your boy, Rylionn, and Noble here with all the action. We'll be right back, y'all. right, welcome back, all of you wonderful, wonderful people. It is your boy Rylionn and Noble here tonight. We are bringing you an absolutely mind-blowing 3-game series here for our Dreamshatter series, and I am beyond ecstatic with the way that this has gone so far. Absolutely ridiculous game one. DePaul University showed up, shipped out. It was a 45-minute game. They went full 9 yards, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And game number 2 here, as you guys just witnessed, Pillars came back strong as hell and demanding, commanding, absolutely outstanding fashion, taking game number 2. Now all the marbles on the table here for game number 3. And let me go ahead and one more time, I got to give them all the links. Hold on one second. And bada boom, bada bam. And there we go. And Noble, I mean, give me your opinion. Like, what's going through your mind here for game number 3? I mean, number 1, DePaul University. Number 2, Pillars here. And they have changed a lot of things going into, you know, the second game.
Picking Kale. It clearly isn't working for either team. Don't pick Kale. That's my opinion. No matter how good Kale is, it just isn't working here. Any team that picks Kale just loses.
Okay, that's a fair assessment. I can definitely see that being the thing here, but let's see, because it's kind of up to the players. Let's go ahead and bring that draft alive
Darius,
for
man.
you all.
Darius, don't ban Darius. No.
No, they are.
Sad. Maybe we get a Yorick. I'll be happy if we get a Yorick there.
I would also be happy. I would like to see Darius. I'm not gonna lie. The Demacian Justice himself, or not Demacian Justice himself.
Noxon.
But you're right.
Or
Noxon. Jesus.
Sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm tired.
Garen and Loxon.
You're not wrong. I've played this game for so long, and I should know that. I'm just banned myself right now from chat. I'm not gonna lie, but that is okay. I mean, still. You know, they're moving right along into the draft here. We have the Vladimir getting taken away this time. Cannot blame them. The Twitch and the Darius.
Ooh, Ari locking in. You know, Ari was the first champ I actually learned when playing League. First person I played. Got to like 54,000 mastery. Stopped playing. Haven't played her since.
Well, that is okay. But Lilia being picked up again by DePaul University along with Mordekaiser. 2 very strong picks for Pillars here. DePaul University locking in that Ari, like you said, round number 1. The Soraka being banned out, along with the Zeri and the Lulu coming in from the round 1 of bans for Pillars. And let's see who they lock in for number 2. I don't think Seraphine should be picked again, personally. You know, round number 1 was fine. Round number 2 did not work at all. Round 1 was fine,
but that was also because they were tankier, too.
Right. Yeah.
The Shiver, they opted back in for the Shiver this go around. It worked the first game, but we didn't see it the second game. We actually saw Seraphine Yumi bot. So I'm interested if Ari is support or mid here.
Ooh, I definitely think it's going to be an Ari mid lane. I mean, we have seen her in the support position before. I've played against that personally. The Sivir being picked back up here by DePaul University.
Ooh, a Camille. I like Camille. I like seeing Camille. Definitely an exciting laner.
I love the Samir pick. I'm not going to lie. I think Hurricane did phenomenal on the Samir, and that was a
she
great
did very
pick.
well cleaning up in those team fights. They're actually opting in to ban Seraphine this time.
Okay,
forcing them to do something else in the mid lane if they decide to go mid, or even the Seraphine support. Still, like I said, man, lock in the Yorick. That, great idea in my opinion, but you never know.
Yeah, no, I definitely think Seraphine needs to go. I mean, the Encore could be a make or break in a lot of these team fights as well, and just getting rid of that utility along with the shields and the heals. I mean,
oh yeah, they got rid of a lot of healing here too. They banned the Yumi, they banned the Soraka as well.
Oh,
so interesting
all 3
to
of the
see.
main
Support
ones.
is forced to pick a different champion here.
Yep, none of the same ones that we saw in game number 1 or 2 from DePaul University, because we had the Yumi, the Seraphine, and the Raka. All 3 picks were on DePaul University, so they have to change it up. Karma also being banned out from DePaul University themselves, along with the Rakan. They don't want to have that Samira Rakan combo, but like you said, Nautilus is usually the one that goes with Samira.
Cassio.
Oh, I like that. Cassiopeia being picked up here.
I haven't seen a Cassio in a while, you know. She's very strong, so...
I don't want to say... who informed me what team, but I've been told at one point in time a couple weeks ago that we were going to see a Cassiopeia Singed bot lane. And it was just like, what the
That
hell?
sounds horrible. Double
It does
drown?
it sounds awful.
Ugh.
That sounds like a huge menace. But like I said, I'm not saying who it was, and this was a couple of weeks ago, but we haven't seen it.
Well, I mean, they can't even do that. It's not like top lane where you just build Force of Nature. See, you know what I miss? Adaptive Helm was wonderful. You know, it's like, oh my gosh, damage over time. Not anymore. Ooh, I like Rylionn. I'm a big fan of Rylionn. Rylionn is one of my favorite supports.
He is a pain.
I mess around in the bot lane. I duo. One of my duos is a Renata player. The other is a Rylionn player.
Okay.
And so the Rylionn I like going Vigar with. Glacial Augment Rylionn, very good setup if he goes Glacial. I feel like we might actually see a summon Airy here because it's a Rel Samira.
Right.
But you never know.
I mean,
definitely going to be an interesting lane to say the least. Very strong comp here.
It is
both
very
sides.
Interesting comp that we have, but you can only pick one, Noble. Who are you going with overall victor in this game 3?
They have a Camille, but there's a Cassio, and that just stops the Camille. Same with the Ahri, you know, it stops their dashes.
Very true.
I believe it even stops Volibear's ult. So,
I was gonna ask, it definitely do that? I'm not sure, but I guess we'll find out once the game begins. But you can only pick one though. You have to pick one. I'm forcing you to do it. Who do you got?
Pillars, you know, we saw them win last game, right?
Okay.
And they had a lot of AP. They still have a lot of AP, and they're rocking the Samira again.
Okay.
So we're definitely going to be seeing Samira be focused here. I don't know, can Samira even ult with Cassio? With the ground. I don't know if Samira
doesn't ground their own teammates though.
Oh wait, no, sorry. Okay, no, Cassio's on the side of Samira. Okay, excuse me, sorry.
I was like, maybe I'm looking at a different draft than you, but I was like, hold on one second.
I'm definitely on the side of Pillars here. Definitely. I like Camille. I like Volibear. Even though I hate Sheen scaling champions, you know, I'm going to have to go with Pillars here. Very strong comp with the Samira, Mord, Lilia, Cassio. There's a lot of damage over time, but there's not as much opportunity to utilize Force of Nature here on the side of University. You know, well, we could see a Force of Nature on Camille or Volley, but Camille building Force of Nature would really mess up her build path early on because she likes to rush, you know, she likes to rush Sheen into, what is it, Divine Sunder into Ravenous Hydra is usually what she goes.
True.
So that would definitely mess up her build path. And Volibear, you know, we might see Turbo Kim tank. Personally, I feel like Riftmaker would be a really good move here on Volibear. Go Riftmaker into Force of Nature, or maybe even a Spirit Visage. I do like the Rylionn though. You know, he grabs, was it Battle Song, and you know he has his ult every like 35 seconds. You know, and that's a free GA every 35 seconds. So that again is really good if you have your placements right.
That's true, especially if we see another Hextech sold. We have seen the first 2 games. Let's see if we get a third one the third game.
Yeah, 3 in a row, that'd be insane.
Absolutely. And just one quick thing, hold on, side note, going to the Twitch chat. First off, never shaving the beard. That's not happening. Long live the beard, just like Grand Theft Auditor said. Number 2, I have an undershirt, I have my regular shirt, and then I wear a jacket because I don't know, it's comfy. You know what I mean? I love it. So, you know, thank you for calling it out, but it's here to stay. Both of them. The 3 shirts and the beard. And if I had to pick one overall, though, going with either DePaul University or Pillars, I'm going to go with Pillars on this one. I mean, Hurricane on
I agree.
Samira.
Pillars, I like their comp. As much as I like the Rylionn, I like Pillars' comp.
Absolutely. Pillars comp is amazing. The grounding, like you said, coming in from Illuminous' Cassiopeia. The Lilia was also super effective. I love the Rel Samira combo in the bot lane. Mordekaiser on Chris is able to pull anybody into the Death Realm, so that's one key component. Whoever is the most ahead is just going to be out automatically, and they're going to be forced to either build a QSS or at least a Quicksilver Sash. I don't even know what else it goes into. That one mace
Um,
item.
I'm trying to think. Silvermer Dawn, I believe,
Yeah,
is the name.
that's it. But those
But
are both AD
that's a
items.
bruiser item. I don't know what the ADC item is called.
Yes, sir. So it is going to be interesting, though. But let us know who you all think. Predictions are live. Who's going to win game number 3? This is the final one of this series here. There is no more after this. So both teams are really going to have to focus. It's really going to come down to, just macro play like we saw in game number 1 from DePaul University. Or is it just going to be an overwhelming brute force like we saw from Pillars in game number 2 here? Both really, really big teams. Pillars is sitting in first place in Division 1. DePaul University is sitting in third place. Both teams are really fighting here to keep in those top 3 spots, moving into the playoffs. They just have a couple more weeks left in the DSS. So it's all going to fall on this game, for one of the teams at least. So we're going to go ahead and cut it to a quick little intermission while we get ready for the in-game delay and everything else for this game number 3. Do not go anywhere, folks, though. We'll be right back with more action. It's your boy Rylionn and Noble here. So thank you very much. We'll be right back.
Fellow armsmen,
There we go. There we go. Welcome back, all of you wonderful, wonderful people. It is your boy Rylionn and Noble here, bringing you the action. Game number 3 in this best of 3 series between DePaul University and Pillars here. 1-1 even. This is for all the marbles. And let's go ahead. I was gonna say we might have some invade action here, but no, they're gonna play it nice and safe, nice and calm.
Boring.
I mean, when you're on the edge, this is it. There's no other games after this. You definitely don't want to give up any early advantages.
That is true,
to
but
either
the
side.
Shed invade is always where it is at.
That's true. And I noticed one thing, Noble. We do have a double cleanse on the side of Pillars here. Cleanse is on Illuminous and Cleanse is on Hurricane. Illuminous, the last 2 games, though, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, has picked up Teleport. So they opted to not go for that this time.
That is true, but we are seeing a teleport on both teams this time, which lately we haven't been seeing that much. I mean, Kale did have teleport, but it's not really utilized as well. You usually see Kale TP for when she has a bad back, or, you know, when she goes to teleport to get like a double wave. So definitely something to see here. Oh,
the flash forward from Newworth. Oh, and already getting hit with that young pause right in the beginning. Hate to see it, but that's all right. I mean, sometimes it happens. Disconnections. We did see that earlier in the game as well.
That happened in Shed, actually.
Oh, okay. So we have a little bit of action claction here. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Key and Peele, but they're trying to Drax them Sklounced. And I love that skit so much. It's so funny. I just rewatched it for the first time. Hilarious. Pillars drafting Mordekaiser again. Yes, they did. It was a very big component of their kit last time as a squad, and I think they're going to try to carry that momentum here into game number 3. And, you know, they definitely need to take it.
The supports were swapped.
What do you mean?
I don't know. I'm reading chat.
Oh, yeah, New North. New North did come back in. I did not see that. So, Jabber. New North was the first support in game number 1. Jabber was in game number 2, and they opted to go back to New North in game number 3, it looks like here. I literally didn't even notice that till this exact moment in time. They're very interesting. So
yeah, I don't think no one noticed it. They're wondering if it's okay for them to even go back to that. That's the way the game is posed at the moment.
Okay, all right. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. So with that being said, let's go ahead. I'm going to cut it to a quick little intermission. And then we're going to go ahead and address this issue here so far. And then we
just
will
build QSS.
Be right back, folks, though. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back, resuming the action here in just a few moments, okay?
The era of metal has begun. And metal shall prevail. For we know what they have done. 5 legends of our realm who sought to follow the path of their dark musings. But they did not know what they had summoned. Pentakill. To these creatures, there is but one thing left to do. Heavy metal.
All right, thank you for holding on, all of you wonderful, wonderful people. It is your boy Rylionn and Noble. Sorry for the slight hiccup there. There was a change in rosters that was not announced during the game itself, so the bans that were done on the side of DePaul University did not reflect what they thought that they were going up against. So game number 1, there was a support by the name of New North, who was in. They switched with a roster sub player called Jabber in game number 2, and then they switched back to New North in game number 3, but nobody was made aware of that change, and so they didn't feel like it was fair. We went ahead, remade, and here we are. And let's go ahead. Let's see how the draft is going to be changed here. I do have the new draft up and available for all of you wonderful folks. Ari and Siver are still going to be locked in for DePaul University. The Mordekaiser and the Lilia
if they have the exact
are also
same draft.
going to be picked up for Pillars here. We have the Twitch, the Darius, and the Vladimir bands coming in from DePaul. The Yumi now going to get picked up. So that was banned out game number 1. Or I'm sorry, in game number 3 there. So they did want to go ahead and pick that up in the first round. The Raka, the Lulu, and the Zeri being banned out in the first round. And Pillars is now on their 3rd pick. So slight changes than we saw in the last draft. But once again, things happen, things change. I don't think it was intentional that they were trying to do any kind of malicious intent on the side of Pillars. It just wasn't announced. So it does kind of suck. So let's go ahead here. Let's see. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get back into it. I mean, Samira also getting picked up, so the core.
Ban. Interesting.
Jarvan.
That seems kind of random. We haven't seen Jarvan banned at all or picked at all.
Not. No, we have not. Maybe they thought. I mean, who did they pick last game? It was Volibear, was it not?
Yeah, it was Volibear. Let's see. Their jungler was Viego, Volibear.
Yes. Yep. Oh, there goes the Volibear. And the Kale also getting banned out.
Too, but still, Volibear? Not Volibear, sorry, Jarvan? I don't know, that just seems really obscure. I don't know, maybe someone plays Jarvan, but it's not like University's draft changed at all. It was Pillars who got the sup swap.
And the Nautilus being banned out. Yeah, the support did switch for the side of DePaul University, so they did pick up the Yumi. They had the Zillion last time. You were praising the Zillion pick, but
yeah,
they did
I
go
liked
back
the
with the
Zillion
Yumi.
pick, but I mean, it was because they picked a support in the 2nd pick round, and Yumi was banned. So Yumi was banned once the 2nd ban phase went through.
Right.
And I don't know, maybe there's nothing malicious that happened, and instead University is just exploiting the fact that, you know, they swapped subs. That's what I would do personally. If I was like, I don't want to go against this. Let's alright, it's like I don't want to go against this when I have a Zillion. You know, let's remake.
Yeah, I mean, once again, I don't think that there was any kind of malicious intent behind any of the picks. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of the previous predictions, so you guys don't have to worry about losing your points. I went ahead and returned the points.
Gragas.
We're gonna go ahead and the Gragas being picked up again from DePaul.
This is there's a lot of different things here. We got Viego this time and Gragas.
Okay, so a lot. So what we saw in the first round coming in from DePaul University, they are opting to go through again in round number 3 here. So a lot of the strong picks that they had in the first game, and with a little bit of combination in game number 2 here. We saw the Yumi again. We saw the Siver being picked up. Let's see. Posture check.
Cringe.
As you can clearly tell, I'm up straight. I can't get any straighter than this at the moment. And the predictions are live again. So go ahead, drop your channel points who you think is going to change. The Vygar, just like you said, getting picked up here as the final pick for Pillars. So going for that scaling comp that we have seen in the first game as well with Kale. Really the only change here for Pillars was the Vygar pick. And then a couple of changes for DePaul University. We have the Yumi, we have the Viego, and we have the Gragas.
I was so excited for the Cassio. I mean, Cassio's good here too, against Viego, against Gragas, against Dari.
Absolutely.
It's so sad. I was so excited to see Cassio.
It was going to be an interesting pick as well, but Vigar is a pretty solid one. You
Vigar,
have the cage,
Vigar is a
primordial
very
burst.
cringe scaler to say the least. Like we were discussing last game, he just builds 2 AP items. He builds not Essence Reaver. He builds Everfrost and Deathcap, and then he builds Resistance, and he is a very powerful tank, and it is very unexciting and very
Yes.
unengaging when he presses R and does 2,000 damage to you.
Well, with that being said, Noble, though, we got to pick again. Who are you going with for game number 3? Pillars or DePaul University?
I don't know, man. The Vigar is really, really strong. Like the Cassia last game, very strong. Vigar is very strong. Once again, they have majority AP on the side of Pillars here. And, opting in, they only have 2 AP if Gragas does decide to go AP once again. But they're lacking in tanks, and they're against a Samira and a Lilia and a Vigar and a Mordekaiser. All very high damage. Lilia, high amounts of true damage being good against tanks. But, true damage also just erasing squishies. And even just poison in general erases squishies.
That is true.
And, Vigar, one hit from... If they get CC'd at all, Vigar W will one-shot them. And it's a very unengaging team comp against the Vigar.
Yeah,
like, they're going to have to throw themselves on the Vigar to do anything.
And I really like Vigar in this pick. Just like the Cassiopeia with the grounding, the Vigar is just going to have that stun in combination. So he has great zoning capabilities. And a lot of the engage coming in from the side of DePaul is just going to be completely countered by that one move itself. So it's the same effect, but a completely different one altogether. So I do like the Vigar edition, and I am going to go ahead and even though I dropped my points on DePaul University, I am going to opt in and go with Pillars still taking game number 3 here. Now just adding Vigar to the mix gives them even more of an advantage into this game 3. Absolutely. And
I'll put 1,000 points here on Pillars because I got the Vigar.
Okay. I mean, I was kind of forced into picking DePaul University by Dark, so I was yeah, the swords, go ahead. They want you to whip out the swords one more time, man. We already talked about a lot, so and I'll whip out I'll bring out the 2 coolest things that I own this time. 3 if you guys want to see the poster, but I got my Master Ball 1 of 5,000 created. I love this thing. And then I have my Majin Vegeta Christopher Sabat signed Funko Pop. I love you, Christopher Sabat. You're so sexy at what you do, my friend. Ugh. But let's see the swords, man. You said it wasn't sharpened, though, correct?
These aren't sharpened. I just use them for display. I mean, they've been in a box for like 6 months, so.
That's true.
I finally took them out of their box like a couple weeks ago.
That is still pretty cool, though. I'm not gonna lie. All right, I gotta whip out one more thing here. I love this thing so much. It is my, once again, Christopher Sabat signed Majin Vegeta black light poster. This thing is one of the coolest things that I own. Every single time I leave my room, I always say goodbye, Christopher Sabat, and then I leave. I love this thing with all my heart. This thing is so cool. Absolutely. Go ahead and put you back over here. Woo! Sexy. Oh, I love that thing. Thank you. I appreciate that. I got it from MegaCon, went this year. Met up with Wookiee Monster. I don't know if a lot of you are familiar. I'm sure almost 98% of you are familiar with the sexy man himself. GQ's voted sexiest man at least 300 days in a row. I know that for a fact because that's all I've been counting. Wookiee Monster himself. So shout out to Wookiee. It's true. You can go look it up on the internet, but don't look it up because it's not there. It's all in here.
It's hidden.
Yeah, very hidden in the deep parts of the internet. 300 days in a row, GQ sexiest man alive. 300 days in a row. It's insane. I love it. But yes, with that being said,
the media doesn't want you to know.
Very true. Just everybody, drop your channel points once again. Who do you think is going to win this Game 3 in this Best of 3 series? It's been a very banger series so far. Sorry for the restart here, but we had to make it fair.
Everyone vote University, because I put my points on Pillars.
And, from there, We will see what happens, but we are going to cut it once again to a short little intermission. I apologize for the delay one more time, while we go ahead and get set up for the in-game delay, everybody. But do not go anywhere. Noble and myself, your boy Rylionn, is going to be getting all the action to all of you kind, wonderful folks who are joining us tonight. Once again, thank you to show up and provide as much support as you all have for this series. I mean, we knew it was going to be a banger, but we didn't know it was going to be this much of a banger. So let's go ahead and continue with this moving forward. Slight little intermission, and we'll be right back with more action. Don't go anywhere. Right, welcome back, all of you wonderful people. No more delays, no more stopping. We are hopping right into the action.
No more redrafts.
None of that. And
no more Kale. Let's go.
It looks like we might actually see the action that you want, but Yumi with the nice ward placement is going to catch that 5-man invade here. So it is going to be ineffective. And they are definitely doing that 5-point start. Meanwhile, we do have Bolt on the other side of the map. Going in and getting some deep vision, possibly even a red buff as well. Boomerang isn't going to quite hit just yet. I like the fact that they have the sweepers, but there's nothing there to sweep. So they're just running through it. Oh, actually, no, they're sticking around for the red buff. Oh, there goes the ward to go ahead and catch them out.
Stay in the bush.
I don't know.
Yep. I wonder if Mort is going to die warding red.
I don't know who is going to be, if he goes and tries to ward that red, he's going to be in for a surprise there. But it looks like they're going to be trading red for red here. And, Delta, I am Mythic Esports. I am in charge. That is me. I apologize. But yes, I do like the action. I do like the deep vision as well. Trading red for red here. It looks like... Illuminous is also going to be catching out Bolt here, but with the level 2 action, forced the flash.
Already, nice.
Yep, I do like that coming in. Forcing the flash onto Illuminous. That's going to set him up. So he's going to have to be a little bit careful pushing up early. His flash isn't going to be available for the next 5 minutes. So around the 7-minute mark here. Looks like here we do have a nice engage from Newworth. The cleanse is also going to be popped by Boozy there. Illuminous also getting taken down quite a bit. The Ignite also going off from Alpha Katie, and they are throwing the gloves down here at the beginning of game number 3. They want all the smoke, all the action, and they are not giving up without a fight either side here. So
we don't see the double cleanse this game either on the side of Pillars.
No, we do not. Well, only because they have a slight difference now, you know? I know they
true.
have the charm.
Well, I was still an Ari.
That's true. You know, they still have the charm, they still have everything here, but the Zillion was, I think, the main focal point behind that.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Oh, nice flash from Boozy to go ahead and get out of the engage from Newworth. I like the attempt from Newworth. The effort was definitely there, just forced the flash as well. Meowty also getting caught here. There's the nice engage, the nice double knock up there. Is it going to be enough? The heal's being forced to pop as well. The cleanse also being utilized. Maybe he thought he had the heal and accidentally used the cleanse there. The flash forward from Kaz to go ahead and get the kill off onto Meowty. And that first blood did go on over, though, to Boozy. And 1 for 1 now. And lots of action. 3.5 minutes in. Insane start to this game already. Oh yeah, Kaz doing a great job baiting. Or Bolt doing a great job baiting, unfortunately, and Bolt is going to go ahead and get that kill. Now, the 1v1 Viego versus Lilia. Early on, I'm definitely going to go with Lilia, or Viego on that one, obviously. So, he showed up, did what he needed to do, was patient with it, got the kill, and he's going to be able to get the early Rift Scuttle as well. So, yeah, Scuttle, not Rift Scuttle.
I wonder if he'll go for the double Scuttle here. No, it looks like he actually might be pathing bot. Oh, Drag is actually up here in less than a minute.
Okay. Good sidestepping from Dumpthick there to dodge the pull-in from Krists. But he is still getting pummeled quite hard. I don't remember what the Q name is for Mordekaiser, but is it Demolish or something?
Obliterate, I believe.
Obliterate, yeah. Same thing, different word. Oh, the E barely grabbing on by a pinky toe. And Boozy looking in a really good spot. You know, did get the first blood here, but still even in terms of farm with Hurricane, and those boomerangs are hurting
pretty
hard.
well too with that dagger and longsword.
Yes, sir. Kaz making his way to the bot lane here. Is going to get caught out by the ward. Let's see. Nope. Should have just went for it, but didn't matter because Bolt is also waiting on the bottom side bush as well. They did see it.
4-man bot side. They
Illuminous,
do have Prio for drag. Especially if Viego takes his back.
Yeah, this is completely
Danger.
You know, I like the effort coming in from Bolt and from Illuminous, the 4-man roam to the bot lane here, but neither team really committing hardcore to any of that. Okay, let's see. Yeah, and meanwhile on the top side, Krists and Gragas, Dumpthick. I mean, you obviously know this matchup probably a little bit better than I do, but Mordekaiser definitely takes this, if I'm not mistaken.
Gragas is actually an extraordinarily safe pick in the top lane. Surprisingly. Just his entire kit, damage reduction, the healing from using any of his spells, the mobility he has, especially since he has Phase Rush as well. And if he goes AP, he has excellent zoning there.
Got you. Okay. I see, this is why you're here, my friend. I love all the input. Oh, wow. So, I mean, we're taking it nice and slow. We only have 3 kills in the first 3 minutes. Illuminous making his way back down to the bot lane as well, but Bolt was waiting inside the tri-bush here. Meanwhile, Dumbthick is still getting just pummeled ferociously by Chris in the top lane here. Neither one of them backing yet. Teleport is available on both members. Chris is doing a great job farming ahead by about 15 farm consistently. He's going to go ahead and crash this into him as well. Stopping the back again. I mean, just being a pain in the ass, essentially.
I mean, honestly, I don't think Mord can do anything here. He could try to dive, but it's pretty risky diving a Gragas because of the CC.
That is very true.
All Mord can do is just constantly use Obliterate and then Death Grasp under the tower.
Yep. I mean,
he has infinite sustain, and I mean, as long as they're tracking the enemy jungler, you know, Mord can stay under tower as long as Viego's in air.
That is true. That is true. But he's definitely not respecting the range of that pull. You know, he's getting caught out just barely, just at the very last few pixels range of that pull there, and he can go ahead and safely back. And then return back with the teleport.
Nice.
Alpha Katie also getting caught out here. Nice baby cage going down. Does have to flash out of it, unfortunately. There goes the Spirit Rush to go ahead and get out of it. Yep, down goes Ball, unfortunately. There, nice engage over the wall. Not quite getting it for Newworth here. The Q is going to go off. The Charm is going to land onto Illuminous, but no follow-up. But nice kill. Getting picked up by the side of Pillars here. 1-1-1 on the Lilia. 1-0. On the Vigar, the Primordial Burst going ahead and securing that kill there. I believe it's, what, a 25% advantage, you know, with the health missing, if I'm not mistaken, damage-wise, for Primordial Burst?
Yeah, I believe it's maximized at 30%.
Yeah, so, it's alright,
33%.
Oh, and this is what you were talking about. I mean, Dumbthick does come in with a nice damage. He does have the, tenacity and the blasting one, but that last chapter is giving him just enough. I personally
enjoy a tank Gragas with a Sunfire. You know, just that unlimited tenacity from Sunfire,
right?
And the high health based damage. You take Grasp or even Aftershock. You are not going to die as Gragas. That is not going to happen. Not in lane, unless you get ganked and perma CC'd maybe.
Right. I do like that as well. Dumbthick doing a great job, the belly bump as well, to go ahead and get a little bit of extra damage. And those casks, he is a very drunk man right now, so he is just stacking up the resistances, getting the health back as well. I mean, he's doing a great job capitalizing with that W. But, yeah. Meanwhile, we do have the first dragon being picked up here by DePaul University, the Mountain Drag. The Ocean Drake is going to be the next one. The Delta Realm is going to go ahead and get popped here. The Exploiting Cast to go ahead and cause a little bit of separation.
I don't think it'll be enough, though.
No, I do not think so either. And one more Obliterate with that, you know, isolated damage is going to go ahead and give him the advantage. A kill given on over 2 Crysts. It's not a good look for early game top lane matchup. Definitely not, especially with how we saw him play last game when he was behind a little bit. You know, this is only going to give him a little bit more of an advantage for the rest here. But hold on one second. Bolt has other plans as well, knowing that it is going to be in his advantage. But no, it is not going to be enough. The ultimate's going to go ahead and land. Oh, it is enough. You're absolutely correct. Chris is going to pick up the second kill. It's that isolated damage that he gets with the Q.
It does his Obliterate. You know, you don't want to be isolated there. Crits are stupid, especially magic crits.
Yeah, absolutely. Meanwhile, in the bot lane as well, we have some nice action. The cleanse is going to be used by Bougie. Meow forced to flash and exhaust. Hurricane is going to go ahead and pull the trigger, but the Rel does pick up the kill. Yeah, it's these it's these dives, Wiz, early. Have no means to be doing that.
Already 3-0. Still surprising. Not an Eclipse game on Sivir. Nope. It looks like she's opting in for just typical ADC items, you know. I feel like Eclipse with Dark Harvest, definitely the move here. Since they have, there's a Samira, a Vigar, a Lilia, even a Mordekaiser. You do so much damage to them.
That was a great turnaround from Boozy there to go ahead and get that double kill on the bot lane. Kaz making his way to the top lane, is going to be able to dash to safety though, Dumbthick. And the early Rift Herald also getting picked up from Kaz. I like the fact that he's focusing more on these jungle objectives. Newworth roaming into the mid lane here, but the two other members of DePaul University making their way for added security and benefit for Alpha Katie there. Nice roam from Yao Miao and Bolt. Now we have Newworth is going to be stepping up, finding himself in a peculiar situation, but does have the blasting cone to go ahead and get the safety if need be. Chris is going to go ahead and roam down into the mid lane as well. There goes the E that is going to land. Bolt and Meow Meow also making their way into the mid lane. I like the roams that are all coming through. We have a solo
does
dolo
have his Death Realm up and can isolate Ari.
That is true. That is very true. And I believe Yuumi automatically gets thrown out whenever the Death Realm is popped. So they do have to be careful of that.
Surprised also no Oblivion Orb on Gragas yet when he's laning against the Mordekaiser. Only all the healing from Conk and Mordekaiser's W. I don't quite recall what it's called. Let me check here. Indestructible. Oh, excuse me. Indestructible is his W. But as well as, you know, Riftmaker. Right now, what is it? Leeching Leer? Yeah,
right.
5 Omnivamp. I mean, it doesn't seem like a lot, but it is.
It definitely is. Every little bit adds up when it comes to the sustain and the lifesteal here. Gragas surprisingly doing a lot of damage right now. AP Gragas is just one of those like underrated sleeper picks, you know?
It's like the secret Chinese hack from, what is it, Doinby? Or
yeah.
Korean? I'm not quite sure.
Who knows at this point, but hold on one second. Yeah, Illuminous is absolutely getting decimated. Great duo engage there from Bolt and from Alpha Katie. I mean, just locking him down, shutting down Illuminous. They definitely don't want him to get ahead at all. The Predator Boots also being opted in for Vigar as well. That's typically a normal thing that you see.
Yeah, you see a lot of Predator or Arcane Comet.
Right.
Actually, lately I've been seeing a lot of Dark Harvest. I personally don't understand why you would go Dark Harvest on Vigar. Out of everything you could go, there's a lot better runes for him. Like, Arcane Comet for early, Predator for roaming.
Boozy with a nice boomerang there to go ahead and get Kaz quite low. The dragon, the Ocean Dragon's going to be up in about 10 seconds here.
Will
nice
we get a Hexdrake soul this game?
I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, I always want the Infernal, but I never get what I want. So, I definitely like the setup here from the side of DePaul University. Let's see if we have our team fight that we definitely want to see here. The Rift Herald's going to be popped into the bot lane. Kaz is being zoned out by 4 members of DePaul University here. The teleport coming through from Chris. Dumppick also has the available as well. There goes the Yuumi ult to go ahead and stop any of the engage. The Vigar cage, unfortunately not hitting anybody. Katie's getting taken down quite low, but no, it is not going to be enough. Shutdown goes on over. Triple kill getting picked up by Kaz. The 4th member, Chris, is going to go ahead and pick up 1, and that is going to be 4 members for 0. Give it on over to Pillars, and the 2nd Drake being picked up as well.
Drake again. Let's go!
Oh my god! Dude,
you in a row.
You are the Hex Drake god, my friend. I think if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be seeing this, but damn, this is going to be insane. Great pickup, great setup from Pillars here. And
but the dragons are even for once too, which is incredible to see.
That's true. That's very true. We did not see this in game 1 or in game 2.
Gragas is dead.
Yeah, Gragas should have teleported. I definitely agree there. But no, definitely opted in to stay in the top lane.
He's not gonna chase.
I don't blame him. Doesn't have flash. Doesn't have the Death Realm. You know, he doesn't want to overcommit. You know, Exploding Cask also being used by Dumb Thick there, so that's not available. But you never know until you know.
Gragas does have TP. He'll probably there's a TP into lane. I feel like Mord is most likely going to be opting in for either a Bramble or an Hourglass next.
Yes, sir.
I feel like, once again, Crystal Scepter, we've seen that utilized every game so far. Definitely, I feel like would be very good to be utilized on Mord once again this game.
Absolutely. I think that would be a really good pick. Zone use is another possibility. Hold on one second. Kaz and Chris both making the way. The E was already utilized. There goes the flash as well. Nice patience from Chris to go ahead and use the pull as well. The Death Realm not being popped just yet. A great exploding crash. Oh no! The tower aggro. This is the second time that we've seen the overcommit underneath the tower. You got the dash, you got the flash. You don't need to do anything else. And hold on 1 second.
But she held on to her ult.
Yeah, she did. She didn't want to use it, even though I think it's worth in this circumstance just to go ahead and get the kill. Definitely didn't want to give it up.
The tower. First tower gold, man.
We see Illuminous, though, making his way to the top side. Good roam from Alpha Katie as well to go ahead and stop the engage there. And hold on 1 second. Bolt and Illuminous both in the mid lane. They know that he's there, and he's doing a great job zoning him out as well. So, forced to go all the way around. Loses a couple minions, though, to the tower here. Nice Everfrost. Yeah.
Oh, Viego actually might be looping around here to gank the Mordekaiser.
Yes, he
Mord
is.
is at fairly high health, though.
All right, there goes the Lullaby that is going to be asleep. The Cage, unfortunately, not going to be hitting there. The Everfrost to stop them in place. Nope. He's going to go ahead and go for the Rift Herald, actually making his way back to the mid lane here, it looks like. Clearing a little bit of vision.
A little bit too early.
Should have committed to Chris, but I think he knows that the Death Realm is still up for Chris. Not only that, but I mean, he is level 12, while Viego is only level 10, so he doesn't want to get pulled into the ultimate as well. We've seen how that goes. Not making his way to the top side, though. Dump Dick looking at only 20-25% health at the moment, so definitely in no position to go ahead and fight this 2v1.
They cannot win that 2v1. You know, Mord with Triumph, and obviously Death Realm. You know, he just Death Realms Viego.
All right, here we go. Nice engage from Newworth here onto the bot lane. The Yumi's going to go ahead and use the ulti defensively. It is going to hit one member, though. Kaz getting poked down quite heavily by the Boomerang, but he is able to walk out of there. No problems at all. Doesn't check the bush.
Also in the top river, we saw Viego actually pop his ultimate to get away from Vigar and Mordekaiser. Using it to go over the wall, I believe.
Good looks, my friend. But yeah, lots of action, and Dragon's going to be up in about 1 minute here. The Baron is going to be, I'm sorry, Rift Scuttle is still up, but the Baron will be up in about a minute. The Exploding Cast being used again pretty defensively here. Dashes into the Obliterate, though, taking that right to the face, and he is just relentless. Chris is not giving up. He definitely likes to see this Mordekaiser play. What would he do game number 1 again?
Game number 1, he went Ornn.
Ornn, thank you. That's right.
You know, I would like to see a Spirit Visage on the Mordekaiser. He's strong enough. Spirit Visage, you know, the bonus healing you get from Spirit Visage, you know, it increases your healing. Very good.
Makes sense to me. Here we go. Alpha Katie is going to go ahead and have to use the Spirit Rush to get out. There goes the Lullaby. The Everfrost, though, was also going to go with the Primordial Burst. Get out of my face. Alpha Katie gets taken down. Another kill going on over to Illuminous there. And that is going to be a Rift Scuttle that is also going to be started here as well. The Death Realm is going to get popped, but the Everfrost is going to hold him in place. Tier 1 mid tower is going to fall. Red Team's going to take that one. New North is going to get picked out by Bolt, it looks like. Dump Thick is going to do a nice dash over the wall. Is it going to be enough? They are going to tower dive underneath tower. They have 2. Kaz is going to go ahead. They do have the damage. They do have the movement speed. Not get taken down by tower this time. And off they go. 6-11. Pillars not slowing down for anything right now.
Lilia did flash, though I don't think it was necessary since Mord did grab aggro, I believe.
Right.
But still a nice dive to see. Actually, we saw in the Death Realm, Gragas got a very beautiful Everfrost off.
How many stacks do we have on Vigar at the moment? Can you tell me?
Vigar, let me check his Phenomenal Evil right now. We have 157.
Oh my god!
Not bad. You know, we got what is it? Sorry, my math is like kind of garbage at the moment.
That's a little bit less than 10 per minute right now. I mean, we're looking at probably like 7.
Yeah, I want to say
8.
something like that, yeah.
Chris with the teleport just to secure this Hex Dragon. They definitely liked it last game. They want to continue that trend here into game number 3. And Red is going to go ahead and secure that second Drake here. And like we said, it is going to be a Hex Soul coming into game number 3 for the 3rd game in a row. You know, gotta love that RNG gods for that. And yeah,